Street in southwest Atlanta. It's led to an evacuation of nearby neighbors and a charter school in the area. No injuries are reported. A man's body is recovered from a marshy area after his boat flips in the water near Clifton Springs Road in DeKalb County. DeKalb firefighters were called in to help search for the man after a family member asked for a welfare check last night. The man frequently fished on the water. Using a drone, the man was found in the water, and a dive team recovered his body today. It's been taken to the DeKalb County Medical Examiner's office to determine a cause of death. Georgia farmers are getting money from the federal government.
The USDA has announced that millions of dollars in federal funding will be given to Georgia for Hurricane Helene recovery.
The state of Georgia will be receiving a little over $531 million in block grant funds to help address losses from Hurricane Helene that we sustained just over a year last year.
That's Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper. He says the money will cover future economic, infrastructure, and timber losses caused by the storm. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
As part of National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, Atlanta Public Schools is highlighting a new initiative to help students work through mental or emotional challenges they may be experiencing.
It's important to not internalize negative emotions and feelings because that turns into negative actions, whether that is self-harm where they're taking it for their own life. At my school, we've gone through losses because of mental health.
Drew Charter High School senior Layla Shannon says Talk It Out is a free confidential text line only for students in grades 6 through 12. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines and Spanx are joining forces to design a collection of travel wear. Delta's chief marketing officer says the joint partnership will create clothes designed for travelers who love to explore the world in style. The collection on sale now on the online Delta shop. It is now 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill. Better news in Brookhaven. That earlier crash, 85 northbound, North Druid Hills Road, exit 89. Had all lanes closed. They've since reopened, so that should help the ride leaving the Midtown area. Still a mess on the east side perimeter. That left lane construction continues both ways. 285 in north and southbound at Glenwood Road, exit number 44. And checking a new slow spot southwest leg of the perimeter, 285 southbound, passing Washington Road, exit 1. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Cloudy skies today with a few rain showers and rumbles of thunder. Today's high near 80, lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 83. Thursday, sunny and breezy with morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78.
Right now, 75 in Mableton, also 75 in Fayetteville. It's 79 in Alpharetta. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, I am your huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Hessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher, will be back soon, but has this week off. We do have the man behind the glass, George Clark, and the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto. So very excited because the Beltline is 20 years of age.
That's right, 20 years old today.
What part of it? The first foot?
First
it's
foot.
the beginning of it all. Which says to me, it's not even old enough to drink. Ironically.
I know.
Not.
There's nothing but drinking on the Beltline now.
You call it the Beltline. Jared calls it the Yellow Brick Road.
It is.
It always delivers him into an Oz-like state of mind.
The Yellow Booze Road.
Wonder it would be great. I mean, you can never find this data. But how much time has Jared Yamamoto spent on the Beltline not drunk? Like how many?
I've been leveling it out a lot lately because by my house,
Yes.
I have a new stretch of the Beltline that doesn't have any bars on it.
So because you're running on that in the morning.
Because I'm running and riding my bike on there, it is offsetting, but certainly more boozed up than not.
Those are garbage time points. That's what that is.
Yeah, you're right.
I
will admit, you're right.
When you're on the Beltline for fun, let's put it that way, I would love to know the amount of time that you've actually been on the Beltline sober? I mean, assuming that once you get there, you're sober until the second drink kicks in. Something like that. I don't know. What with the Ubers? I'm sure there's many times that he and his friends have
get
just
a roadie in the Uber.
fallen out of the Uber already drunk onto the Beltline many times, I'm sure.
Lately, I've been a cheap drunk, too. I've been like 3 or 4 drinks, and I've been like, ooh, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
buzzing. I don't know
really?
what's going on.
Maybe you're regressing.
Maybe.
But perhaps
Not drinking every day, you can lose that tolerance.
I guess so. I guess it's that.
there's no way this guy is on the other side of alcohol tolerance. That is not possible. That's not at all possible. But, well, congratulations to you. I know the Beltline means a whole hell of a lot to you.
It does.
It means less than 0 to me. But I know that to you, the Beltline is a place where friends come together to do the one thing that keeps friends friends, drinking. Because they can, when you're drunk, the things that bother you a little bit about each friend, they don't care anymore. But when you're sober and they're talking to you and it's like, oh, he made that tick again. That little noise. It's like every 5 sentences is like a click or something in his mouth or whatever. You're drunk. You don't care about that.
Yeah.
You don't care about that.
You just let it go.
You
Or
know.
call him out on it. You could be one of those kind of
Well,
drunks.
then it becomes like if it's one of those kind of drunks, things could end up, we're not going to be on the
Turn to a
Beltline long.
fist fight.
Fisticuffs.
We're about to go off the Beltline when things get out of hand.
You're going to get belted off the belt
That's
line.
right. So congratulations to not just you, but I consider all the alcoholics in Atlanta that you represent. I want to say
Thank you.
and also it's been a great place. My understanding is for bad art, and bad artists need places. They need places too. They need places. I'm talking
I
about
painted you a mural on the Beltline. Have you not seen it?
you did?
Yeah, I painted you one.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you.
Do you think it breaks up the sterility of it all with
No,
some
'cause it's all looks
beautiful
the same.
color art?
It all looks the same.
Well, there's difference. There's sculpture. There's
Whenever
painting.
an artist says my canvas is the side of a building, Eric Von Hessler already knows what that's going to look like.
Well, it's a bridge, not a building.
Well, there's the
And
bridge there.
walls.
Yes.
Go
There's
for a walk on it and let me know what you think.
public spaces.
Well,
I'll tell you something else that annoys me. Not because it annoys me, because it alone is not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe somebody will come along, find a book that they, but if there's something about the attitude of the person who's really into leave a book or something inside the little for somebody.
Yeah. Those
There's
are all over Midtown.
I put hustlers in those.
It's not that I'm against the concept. It's just that, boy, I know the types of people who are really into it, and they're always annoying, always ready to let you know how wonderful they are as people, giving back. They give back. They're really enamored with themselves. You want to know why? Because they're not like you and me, takers. No, the book people, they give back. And they know how much better that makes them than you. Just ask them. They will tell you. So it's not really the fact that somebody might come along and find a book that turns them on. I think that's probably a pretty good thing.
You mean the Thomas Clancy guy who leaves his 4 books in there? He's got an attitude going. I'm better than you.
Yeah, people must prank him, right? They put Trump's Art of the
Absolutely.
Deal in there.
They're
It's
full
all
of
the time.
everything. Depending
Yeah.
on what neighborhood you live in, you can find anything.
Oh, I know. Like when I lived in Midtown, on my normal stroll that I would do every day, I passed probably 4 or 5 of those little book stands,
Yeah.
and people were very ironic with the books they put in there.
I'm sure they are, because in reality, that's all we have left is irony. Nobody's reading these books.
NASN. Read this
Yeah.
one.
Sometimes we buy them because it's somebody's birthday that we know, not well enough to really care about what we're getting them, but we just hear that they're into something. So we buy them a book, and that makes us feel good. And then you give them the book, and they act like they want the book, but nobody reads the book.
This will look good on a
So,
shelf.
Like everything else in America, books are used as a way of pranking people and gaslighting people, and that's really all we know how to do anymore. So I think it's a good thing. They can all be right there on the Beltline with Jared and all of his drunk friends.
Can I ask you a question about the
No, you may not.
the artwork on the Beltline? To me, it beautifies that sterile look. Because you take a look at that library that they're building for President Obama. That thing looks sterile, ugly,
Oh, yeah.
Soviet.
I hate those things.
Deconstructive. It's even the people that live in that neighborhood hate it.
Yeah. Well, they haven't wanted it in that neighborhood for a long time. I haven't actually seen the art for what that's going to look like.
Oh,
but it
they're
wouldn't
building
surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me because a lot of these new buildings are just, like a lot of glass and no.
This
and
is
it's a-
concrete.
what is it, like Brutalist kind
It's
of thing?
very brutal.
Really? I got to take a look at it. I haven't seen it. But most of the stuff that we build now is pretty sterile.
Yes.
You know, it's
Sterile,
it's-
mixed use.
Yeah, it's mixed. I mean, look at these things.
Interchangeable,
You
like
know,
the restaurants.
the Atlantic Station Avalons, and they're not even there, but like the buildings all over Alpharetta, they're just not even. They're like, is that brick? Because usually brick seems real. It's
Yeah.
like it's an uncanny valley with these buildings that they're made of brick supposedly, but they have a feel like a gust of wind would blow them away.
That's the library.
Whoa, that thing on the right?
Yeah, that concrete block.
That can't be the finished product.
That's what it's going to look like. Maybe some glass in a corner.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, that
Like
looks
a jail.
awful.
It does.
It does look like a jail.
Well, we're going to jail up all the books.
And you know, I think the presidential library is a little bit of bait and switch because you can't check out any books. To me, a library is a place you go, and okay, I'm here. It's Obama's library. Okay, I'll take a look at his accomplishments and whatever, and the treaties that he signed. But can I check out that?
You may not.
I want that. Everybody's telling me about that Let Them book. Can I check that out?
You may not.
You may have it. We have a lot of them.
Let Them? Isn't it the biggest thing in the world right now? The ladies like the Let Them.
Let them.
Let them. At what point is it too much, though? I hope that somewhere in the book, because, some people, they're not very bright. And so the idea behind Let Them is that if your friends or somebody doing something without you, I think it starts with that. Like the author is like realizing that she get all upset, as women do. Finding out, like, if you're with, like you're in a text thread with 6 or 7 of your girlfriends, and then you find out that 5 of them are getting together to go do something, they're not going to include you. And then she would get all upset about that. And I guess the idea behind Let Them is, if they want to go out without you, let them. If people want to do this, let them. And, for the most part, I don't think it's all that original of an idea, although it's acting like this author came up with it. But it's probably a pretty good thing. The idea of not letting things get to you, get under your skin, ruins your life. Who cares what these people are doing, whether it's with you or whether it's not with you? I get that. But I'm wondering if, are there parameters to let them? Like, what if one of them said,
I haven't read this thoroughly. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, it could be like, hey, we decided to go out and we're going to abduct a hobo.
Let them.
Like, do you just go,
let them.
or do you
Let
call
them.
the police? Like, there has to be something, There has to be some red line where you stop saying let them.
Tim wants to punch you in the face. Should I let him?
Hey, listen, it's not for you to let him. It's for me.
Well, if all 6 of you don't show up, I'm not punching anyone. So get it together, ladies and guys.
And then I found out that the Let Them author, who's so big right now.
Mel Robbins.
Yes, Mel Robbins is, there's somebody else is saying that she had like a Substack or a blog or something where she started the Let Them thing and that Mel Robbins stole it. Can you believe that? And then here's the thing that I would have to say to the First Lady. You started this, and so if she's going to steal it, you have to let them. So you kind of set yourself up, is the way that I'm looking at it.
I think Mel started it. You know why?
Why?
Because she used to have a weekend show here on WSB.
Did she now?
I remember listening to it.
Now, wait a minute. When was this?
This was a long time ago.
How old is Mel?
I would say probably in her 50s or 60s.
Okay. What did she do? Like a weekend travel show or something?
I think it was like self-help. I think it was a self-help show.
Oh, there you go. And back then, it's quite different. People may be confused. When she was on WSB, remember back then, her whole thing was don't let them. She's really
reversed things up.
It's quite a flip-flop.
Don't let them get away with it.
Listen, people grow and change. I'm not going to hold it against her. But
I remember driving to work at the airport from West Georgia, and I would be coming and I would listen to WSB on the way to the airport.
And Mel Robbins would be
Mel Robbins, I think, had a Sunday show then.
How old were you?
I would have been 21, 22.
You didn't have a CD player in your car? You're listening
I did.
to talk radio on a
listen,
Sunday?
this was his love, all right?
Okay.
This was what he wanted to do. He wanted to listen.
The Farm Report.
He wanted to opine. He wanted to get on the radio
you know what it
and
was?
let people know what he thought about this. Not just this. He wanted to get on the radio and let people know what he thought about this and that.
Okay,
Remember,
both. All right.
I was doing college radio at the time.
That's right. So he was learning from Mel.
So I was learning from the hosts that I heard. I also heard other hosts like Adam Goldfein.
You know, what'd be funny is if we could dig up like that week's college radio show, and you hear Jerry, and somebody calls in, and he's like, "Well, let them." You're just stealing from what he
I
hears
would
on
never
WS.
steal another
Let
host's
them.
content. How dare
As
you?
far as I'm concerned, if they want to do that on this campus, I say let them.
I remember Mel being a little political sometimes.
Oh yeah, Mel
Yeah.
would get political. Was
Yeah.
she lefty or was she righty?
You know, I felt like she was kind of centrist.
Was she
Ambidextrous.
lefty Louie or
Yes.
righty tighty?
I don't remember her being incredibly left or right, but she was definitely not like on the Rush Limbaugh side of things.
Okay, well that means she was to. We know that she was to the left of Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah,
You
so I
guys-
would
was
say
she a
I would say
centrist?
centrist. Yeah, that's where I would put her. From the times I remember listening.
Well, you know what they
Many
say.
fond memories.
You know what they say about centrist, because you have to have something bad to say about everybody.
Yes.
This nation wasn't founded by centrist. That's supposed to make you hate anybody who's not extreme.
Pick a side, loser.
If you're not extreme, man, you're not living. You got to be at the edges. You got to dangle off the edges. You know, who wants to be in the center, waking up on a nice cup of coffee, enjoying most of their days? Who wants to do that? Get out there on the edges, and you will wake up and you'll be fighting with everyone all the time. And isn't that exciting? That's when you know you're alive, right, George?
Damn right.
When you're tapping away at those keyboards and you're fighting with everyone at once.
Well, you got to tell the world how you feel
Well, it's
and why they're
important.
wrong.
It's important because it's not
Right,
like
George?
there aren't 17,000 billion other people who feel exactly like you have already been online and said it. You need to get online and say it.
We need more radicals.
That's what we need. We need more radicals.
We are going to lose some radicals tonight, by the way, Eric.
What's going to because this is the last day for dial-up?
That's right. 8 hours and 42 minutes left of
You better
AOL
dial up
internet.
now.
I still have 20 hours of AOL free left.
Come on.
Nope. 8 hours and 42 minutes until it's gone. No more of this.
Remember back when in your mind that you thought porn's coming?
Yep.
It was almost like you had to build a little bandstand to get your porn back then. And that was it. Okay, first we got to build it. We got to build it now. So let's get it going. We'll get some hamburgers and get this thing together. Okay, all right. That's coming together. All right. Okay, that's a platform. That's a platform.
It's not loading now.
No. It's going to take some time. Go away, have some lunch, and come back, and then open up the magic porn box.
10 minutes to nipple.
Wasn't that a war film?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah, he was good. He was good. He never should have let that guy go. He never should have let that guy go. He was so nice. And then, boy, did it come back. Spoiler alert. Boy, did it come
It's
back
been
to
out
haunt
for a
him.
while. It's been out for 20 years. We're good.
Longer than that.
He let him go because he had a big heart. And then the guy knew, well, he's got a big heart, so maybe I'll stick a knife through it. Sorry.
That was a creepy scene.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was. That was a good movie. I only saw it once. It was one of those movies that was big, Saving Private Ryan. But it's like a journey you go through. I appreciate it. But it wasn't like, hey, yeah, I want to go through that again.
That was one of my first R's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think my
Mine
dad
was
thought
the
it was like
jerk.
historical or something.
Yeah, it was sort of.
Yeah.
It was kind of.
I remember my grandmother who
Opening scene stolen from Kurosawa, but that's okay. Everybody does.
my grandfather had fought in the Pacific, and he had passed away. And my grandmother said, "My friend and I are going to go see this movie." And I said, "Nana, you're going to walk out in the first 5 minutes." She goes, "No, we want to see it."
Uh-huh.
She called me up. She goes, "I walked out."
Just the violence?
The violence and the blood. You're not going to be able to handle it.
Right, yeah. Yeah. She's not used to seeing stuff like that.
No.
I don't think she got HBO until 95.
Yeah, they never had it.
Because, you got to get primed at home
Yes.
through the years of HBO to go, okay, every movie has blood all over the place. Okay, I get it.
She wanted to watch Schindler's List, so I went and rented it on VHS, and we're watching it. And the first thing she said at all while we're watching the movie is, "Huh, they're naked, aren't they?"
Wow. Well, she's very observant. She was very
I
observant.
think she was embarrassed to watch nudity.
Yeah, no, that's the problem.
Nothing sexual going on.
Well, that's the
here.
problem now. That is the problem now, is that you can't watch anything with mixed company.
Yes.
I mean, all the shows that are out, they're either amazingly violent, or you're just going to have not a sex scene.
Unnecessary
Like the
sex
old days would be like there'd be a sex scene. Oh, it's part of the story. Hey, look, they're really good. They didn't like each other in the first reel, and now they're getting it on. I guess things are changing. You know.
I wonder what's going on behind that closed door.
But now, there's going to be like, it's not triple X, but it's double Like you're embedded in the bed.
Yeah.
And so if grandma's there and like some neighbor, you can't watch stuff. I don't know. I get intrinsically embarrassed. I don't know.
I struggle watching
maybe
that.
people who are younger than me have just been like they've just been around it for so long. They've seen so many nude sex scenes with grandpa in the corner. It doesn't faze them. But for me, I don't want to watch that kind of stuff with. I guess if you're in a theater full of people, you don't know everyone else, so it's not embarrassing. I don't know.
I'm okay with close friends, but with family, I kind of feel the same way that you feel, Eric, because there's something weird about being there. Like if I'm watching, a lot of times when I go and I see my dad and stepmom, if something like that happens, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
Or it's like
digging
when you
this or
have
not.
couples, like I don't. You say even with friends, like I don't want like a couple friend, friends that are my wife and I, like couples we hang out with. I don't want to sit there and watch and then like some kind of crazy.
Euphoria.
Yeah, like I refuse to
Let's
watch
binge
that.
Euphoria.
I refuse to watch that. I've never seen any of it. My wife watches everything on streaming, and she said to me, if this is any kind of reality depiction of youth today, we're done. We're done and we're screwed and that's it. There's nothing can be done. And she told me about a few of the scenes and I was like, okay, I'll never watch that. Because intrinsically it would be impossible for me to watch that without feeling like a creep. Because it's about high school students, right? Or college.
High school.
Okay. All right. I don't need to be watching something that gets into the sexual proclivities
Of high school.
of high schoolers without feeling like a complete and total creep. And I think one of the things you want to do in life is have as much of it spent not feeling like a creep as possible. That's the key to a good life. That's the key to a happy life. Large periods of time where you never once feel like a creep.
You
Now,
limit
you
your
gotta-
creep factor.
You limit the creep factor, and it's an inverse relationship. The less creepy, the more happy that you ultimately are. Now, creepy sometimes is in the eye of the beholder, and it may be that you're creepy all the time and you just have no ability to assess yourself.
There are a lot of people that cannot assess themselves.
Or they don't care. There's a pro and con.
Which
I can only do it a
everyone's going to
couple
think I'm
times a week.
creepy, but for a quarter of a second, I will touch your neck. Well, I don't know, man. I guess you gotta weigh that out. Everybody's going to think I'm a creepy jerk, but I will just swipe by the back of her neck, and I will have that memory forever.
Then I'll go home and smell my face.
That's right. Hey, pal, maybe this is why you're alone. Yeah,
I like it that way.
I know. Who wants to have somebody nagging at you all the time?
Yeah.
Saying, please me.
Who needs that when I can just take creep shots and try not to get arrested?
That's right. That's right. And also, it makes a trip to Walmart a little more fun.
Sure. Walmart, no, Target.
Oh yeah, classier.
Yeah.
Do you see the Walmart people who own the Denver Broncos are doing something rather smart because they're the richest people in that own ownership.
Is it the Walton family?
They're the Walton family. I call them the Walmarts. They're the Walton family. And apparently they are going to, I don't know how many, I think Jerry Jones maybe did this in Dallas, but they're going to build a new stadium for the Broncos, and it's going to be top tier. And from what I heard, I think last night, they're going to build it, and it's no public funds.
I like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, that's the way to get people to like you if you're a greedy billionaire. It's show business. Come on. This is what's been surprising me about the greedy billionaires. They've lost the sense of insincerity. All billionaires knew that they had to be insincere with the common folk and make them feel as if they cared about them, do a few things, perhaps become almost like a hero in their minds. Of course, none of it's real. They're out on the super yacht laughing at the little people like all the other greedy billionaires. But I want to salute for one moment the Walton family who didn't forget to be insincere. It's a very important part of being a greedy billionaire is to and not have everybody hate you. You see, our billionaires really got to a point about 10 years ago where they decided, who cares if people hate us? We have so much more wealth and power, let them hate us. But the problem is people can get very surly, especially when it costs $9 for a box of Cheerios. So these Walmart people, this Walton family, I salute them for recognizing and bringing back the old billionaire adage that you have to appear to be sincere about people who aren't as rich as you. You don't have to be sincere, and you don't actually have to care. But the rules are have been, you should make them believe that you care, and then they'll leave you alone on your super yacht, and you won't have to worry about them maybe rushing you in public and getting mad at you for having so much more than they have. So I want to say congratulations to the people of Denver. You found yourself some nice, greedy billionaires who know how to act insincere, and therefore you will not have to pay for the new Broncos stadium.
Tara Fine Jewelry Company, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Beaufort. Coveted brands like De Beers Code of Origin Diamonds, Mikimoto, Roberto Coin, fine Swiss watches, and so much more. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort today.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Multiple contractors and estimates for your home projects? What a hassle. Instead, trust the Plus. Painting Plus.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. We're reliable, fully licensed and insured. No muss, no fuss. Trust the Plus and leave everything on your list to us.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
At Coosa Valley Credit Union, we believe in the power of human connection. When you call us or stop in a location, you're always greeted by a real person who's friendly and ready to make your banking experience stress-free. This is Andy Harris. If you're tired of automated tellers, come see us at Coosa Valley Credit Union.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah, and they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay, in St. Pete, Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
With a long legacy of helping people live well, HealthSpring knows Medicare. As your partner, HealthSpring is committed to empowering you every step of the way. From choosing your plan to making the most of your benefits, you'll find that with a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter. So put a spring in your step with a HealthSpring Medicare plan. Find out more at healthspring.com. HealthSpring products and services are provided exclusively by or through operating subsidiaries of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Give your home a breath of fresh air with help from Zerorez Air Duct Cleaning. Mention WSB and get up to $75 off your next air duct cleaning. Ask about Zerorez commercial cleaning too. Schedule online at zeroresatlanta.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story is just in. A teen driver sentenced to jail time after a fatal crash in Woodstock last year. 19-year-old Oliver Lewis Roman of Powder Springs was driving a car that reached speeds of more than 90 miles per hour when it crashed in the Town Lake area, killing 2 teens who were riding in the car with him. One of them had just celebrated his 18th birthday. 2 other teen passengers suffered serious injuries. At a standing room only hearing, Roman enters a non-negotiated plea to 2 counts of first-degree homicide by vehicle. His 20-year sentence includes a year in jail. With no deal in sight to prevent a government shutdown tonight, CBS's Kelly O'Grady reports it could impact people who need government services.
Things that require access to government agencies, maybe you're applying for a passport or a national flood insurance. Those things are going to be impacted. So I would say exercise exercise a little bit of patience there.
A long-term shutdown may also lead to delays for air travelers. A shutdown could mean the furlough and firing of federal workers. A shutdown could impact many industries here in Georgia, especially companies who are working under government contracts. Georgia Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Chris Clark says this goes beyond politics.
We've been opposed to these government shutdowns in the past, and so we reemphasize that today to members of Congress to encourage them to negotiate and to find a path forward.
He says a stable Georgia economy requires a stable federal government. The DeKalb County School District hosts the first in a series of meetings tonight to discuss the future of Druid Hills High School.
County leaders pledged funds to modernize the district's oldest facility after a student-made video showing deplorable conditions went viral. They're now weighing the best approach to take. Some advocate for renovations to the school that's over 100 years old. Others call for a new building to be built on the same site, while still others want a new school to be relocated.
WSB Cheryl Castro reports tonight's meeting starts at 6 p.m. at Druid Hills High School. 2 more meetings are scheduled in October. It is 3:32. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
What a mess over on the east side perimeter, Bill, where they should be wrapping up that road work that's been on the 285 north and southbound near Glenwood Road exit 44. Left lane's been blocked both ways. Southbound inner loop delays start back at La Vista Road, and the 285 east and northbound jam starts around Boulder Crest Road. Hopefully that will thin out. Been dealing with the crash 85 northbound before North Druid Hills exit 89. They just blocked all lanes again. I think we're finally off to the right there, but it's made it even slower on the Beaver Spring connector. And over on the west side perimeter around the airport, right lane crash 285 southbound, the outer loop past Washington Road exit number 1. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies today with a few rain showers and thunderstorms rolling through this afternoon and evening. Today's high near 80, lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, a little bit more sunshine with a high of 83. Mostly sunny on Thursday and trending cooler. Morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78.
And Storm Tracker radar right now shows some spotty rain showers around the metro area. 77 in Johns Creek, 77 in Powder Springs, and 78 in Stockbridge. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. And Matt, you have created a 20-question guide that asks the pointed, sometimes uncomfortable questions about where you stand in retirement. And you have to ask yourself, who is your guide?
That's right. Who is your guide? We sometimes think of retirement as like a mountain that you need to climb. And if you're going to ascend the mountain, it's important that you have a guide that has been there before, who has helped other people accomplish the same task. And we've seen that this is so important. There's so much value in the financial planning world. But if you don't know what's accessible, if you don't know what questions to ask, if you don't know what kind of value you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying, oftentimes you don't get it. So we created this guide to ask those questions and really point you in the direction of the type of service, the type of value that you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying if you're engaging a professional money manager or financial planner.
All right, so Matt, how can we get our hands on this 20-question guide?
We want to make it as simple as possible. So you can call us at 770-280-1488. All you have to do is tell the representative that you're looking for our 20-question guide. You can also go to our homepage, retireatlradio.com. You can send us a note there. Just let us know you're looking for the guide. We don't need your email address. You don't have to create an account. You know, it's not protected by some kind of paywall. This is something we want to provide to you for free so that you can know, am I getting value for the fees that I'm paying? It's complimentary, created by us here at the Vincent Financial Group. Again, 770-280-1488. Ask for the guide, or you can go to retireatlradio.com.
770-280-1488. or online at retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every Sunday right here on WSB.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
All right, I heard a little bit of Trump. He also spoke to the, 800-plus generals that were gathered in.
No more fatties.
So, yeah, it seems to be kind of like a frat house thing. No fatties.
Toga.
Now, I think that there's a nuanced conversation to be had here, and anybody who listens to this show knows that I'm not, just a crazy fan of this Pete Hegseth. But I do think that there is some sense in the things that he was saying today. I think there does have to be a standard, and the standard has to be physical when it comes to being a warrior. I think that's true. And we'll get into a lot of that. But then Trump spoke, and it's interesting. He seems to be talking about how we need more energy in the and be feared around the world and all that. But I don't know if he got much sleep last night.
We're bringing back a focus on fitness, ability, character, and strength. And that's because the purposes of American military is not to protect anyone's feelings. It's to protect our republic. And it's the republic that we dearly love. It's to protect our country. We will not be politically correct when it comes to defending American freedom. And we will be a fighting and winning machine. We want to fight. We want to win.
We want to fight.
You good, bro?
Do you really,
now everybody go home and take a little break. And,
you don't sound like you want to fight. At the end, you said you want to fight.
I've been fighting for you every day since 2015.
Okay.
Really trying to get America.
You're losing a little bit of energy.
And we're going to do everything we can to try to keep the energy level up. You know, you got to be ready. You can't be sleeping.
Man, nothing gets me motivated for war than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Fourscore, and a couple of years ago. I don't know really what's a score.
What's a score?
I mean, it could be 25 years. I don't know.
Is it
but
20? What is a score?
A score is 20 years. It's 2 decades. But fourscore would be 80 years. And, you know, there's South and the forefathers and mothers. You got to thank them, too.
No,
They
you'd say founders.
founded, well, the forefathers brought forth on this continent, you know, a place where you could, you know, get together.
Why don't you just take a
and,
little nap? Just take a little nap.
Well, I got to finish this speech. It's
Need a Diet Coke?
arrived in their union for, yeah, I'll take a Diet Coke. Caffeine free.
I think you need a little caffeine.
I think you need it.
Mitt Romney turned me on to the caffeine free.
Yeah. Well, he can't have caffeine. You need caffeine.
But I don't
right
need it. You know, my doctor says, you know, it's not good for my veins.
Yeah, and you're healthy as a horse.
Oh boy, I've never been more healthy than I am right now. The only thing we have to fear is fat people in the army.
Yes, let's see. It's 5 where Pete Hegseth gets into the no more fatties.
I believe so.
Today, at my direction, each service will ensure that every requirement for every...
Can you get his voice? Because it's almost...
I will work on it as we're listening.
Okay, as you get...
And then I'm going to watch the video of him at the Vikings game losing it because he's trashed. Do you see that?
Oh, no. He said he wasn't going to drink while he was
this
Secretary
is
of War.
when he was younger.
Oh, when he was... Okay, great. No, I will take a look at that during the break.
Today, at my direction, each service will ensure that every requirement for every combat MOS, for every designated combat arms position, returns to the highest male standard only.
That's significant.
Because this job is life or death. Standards must be met.
So
Standards must be met.
Yes, Mr. Hegseth. Now, the thing that's kind of going a little bit under the radar, because I haven't seen people getting all excited and upset as I would expect them to do in this social media world, is basically what he said there was women can be in the military, can be in combat, but we're not going to change he said the male standard. So what he's saying is anybody who can physically meet the male standard can be in the military, but I'm assuming that maybe there some slightly different rules now. I would imagine.
I think that there are different
because we're a
standards.
volunteer army, and you have to recruit people. Over time, you're going to be, okay, we need some more people. Okay, you can have tattoos, you know. We need some more people. Okay, your hairstyle's fine, you know. So things slowly kind of relax over time because we have a volunteer military and you're always trying to recruit people. And I think that there's something to what, now it's this administration. So they're going to go too far on one side, like as they always do. But I do think that there is sense here. All the cultural stuff that we go back and forth on, that really the military should be immune to that. Because when the S hits the fan, their job is to go try to kill people and kill more people than losses that they take. And that's the brutal reality of it. And they should be trained to do that. And to do that, you just have to have the best warriors. Now, on the other side of it, and I think that they're probably correct in their calculation on this, you will actually get more recruits for the type of military that Hegseth and Trump are talking about today. The people who want to join the military want to join the military. They don't want to join the DMV. They don't want to join a corporation where they're going to have to sit around with HR and be told, all of this kind of. They want to go and not go kill people. It's not like that, but they want to go be part of a fighting force. And there's a lifestyle. It's like joining. It's not like because you put your life on the line. Please understand, I'm not saying that. But people who want to be in professional football or even college, they want to join a program, and they are attracted to the fact that you have to have this standard and you have to live up to that standard at all times, which most of us don't want. That's why most of us are not good warriors. So I think that there's certainly sense to this. It's a Trump administration, so they'll probably go too far to one side. That's just the way that they do their stuff. Everything's black and white to them. So you're all or nothing. So obviously, they've already started with the kind of like pulling back on the trans soldiers and stuff like that. But that was interesting where he said the male standard of fitness. That says, to me, what that says is if you're a woman, if you can pass and be at that level, the male standard of fitness, you're welcome to be in combat, but not unless. And so there's going to be a lot of kvetching online about this. This is what I think. This is my opinion about America, is that a lot of people are going to be upset about this, and most of them are not warriors and would never join the military. Because the military, whether you like this idea or not, this idea of wokeness, our voluntary military is like 2% of the nation. I don't know exactly what the number is, but it's very low. And what has been feeding it is military families. Grandpa was in the military, dad was in the military, mom was in the military, sister. It's a military family thing. And the woke stuff, no matter what you individually think about the term woke or whatever, it was for the first time making it so that dad said to son, don't do it. Don't go in the military. You might as well go work at the DMV or some sort of government job because it's not what it used to be.
Hegseth addressed that too. He said there's going to be no more woke BS involved in this.
Right.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Well, it's DEI, basically.
This administration has done a great deal from day one to remove the social justice, politically correct, and toxic ideological garbage that had infected our department, to rip out the politics. No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses. No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. No more debris. As I've said before, and will say again, we are done with that.
All right, so he's throwing a lot of stuff into one pot.
No more dial-up internet. When
no more dial-up. Yeah, what's going on? He's taking advantage of the last day of dial-up internet.
That's the drones.
So, as I said, it's a Trump administration, so everything's 100%. You're in, you're out, black or white. So, ultimately, will I find some things and go, okay, that's a little. But overall, I do believe it's true that the military has gone too far the other way, and if nothing more than the fact that we're starting to lose those military families. And when you have a volunteer military, you need military families who keep the tradition going.
We have only 2.86 million active and reserve personnel in the military now. 2.86.
And we're a nation of 330 million people. I don't know how many could actually. You got to break that down to people who are of age, 18 or over.
We need more people.
Well, I think that it's true that you will get more. Actually, a more focused military is something.
He's so motivating the way he's sounding right now.
We need a lot more people. Go to all the schools.
Wow, I would run through a wall for it. You really getting me pepped up.
USA. USA.
But of course, what I'm speaking of has some nuance to it. So I'm glad I'm not on any social media so that people can say on social media you're in or you're out. It's 100%. There's no such thing as nuance.
Now your point makes perfect sense because you want to feel proud of what you're joining. And because
Right.
the standards of the military have dropped so much,
Right.
and it's easy for everyone to
Well, I
do
think
it.
it's also that they don't want it to be a pain in the ass on all this stuff that we all have to deal with in the corporate workplace. We all know individually whether we're going to harass somebody or harass a woman or whatever, but every year you got to take the same things over and over again. And you're sitting there and you're going, this is stupid. I'm 60 years old. I've been in the workplace since I was 12. I've never a complaint. Maybe I'm being very anecdotal in my own story, but I'm sure that a bunch of other people are like, this is stupid. I got to sit through this. There may be some things I disagree in what he said, but I agree with the idea that soldiers should not be sitting through that. They should be learning how to be better soldiers.
It pays to have the WSB Radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
$1,000 on WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
Your next chance to win is at 5 p.m.
That is awesome.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB Radio app now.
Y'all, it's Eric, and summer is winding down, which means you got a great deal coming from Omaha Steaks. It's their Red Hot Sale event. You get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, because you listen to your host, Eric Erickson, you get an extra $35 off with promo code ERIC at checkout. Look, with so much happening, school is back in session, you got family in and out, you got fall weather coming, the leaves are starting to change colors. It's time to get out back, enjoy your grill without the summer heat. Go to omahasteaks.com today. You're going to get 50% off site-wide at checkout. Use promo code ERIC, E-R-I-C-K. Get the New York strips, by the way. Omaha Steaks, they're butcher cut, so they're hand cut. It's not machined. It's hand cut New York strips. They're fantastic. So are the fillets. Everything's great. omahasteaks.com is where you want to go. At checkout, use promo code ERIC, E-R-I-C-K. Get an extra $35 off. Minimum order required.
Let me teach you some physics. In a great big wind, the bigger and flatter the object, the more force the wind creates. Surface area times the square of the hypotenuse times wind speed divided by E equals MC squared, or some kind of math. Doesn't matter. But when storm season hits, your garage door is just standing there waiting for wind and physics to break it or dent it or send the whole thing flying down the street. And that, my friends, is science. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern wind-rated doors are built to withstand the forces of nature. Composite materials are stronger than the cheap old aluminum door that came with your house. And the tracks and rollers won't bend under the stress. It keeps your car safe and your insurance premiums low. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll make sure you're ready. And stay in school, kids.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
My cubs like scary stories around the campfire. One of their favorites is about the time before we had Scana Energy as our natural gas provider. Cold winters were unbearable in those days. Now that we've locked in long-term savings with Scana, the whole family can relax and stay warm all winter. Find an option that's right for your family with Scana and save up to $100 when you sign up. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's see, it's still hot out, but football is back. That makes this September. Dave Baker here. Cool Ray says you can stay comfortable and watch football. They're offering up to $2,250 back in rebates and Free installation with the purchase of a complete Carrier system. And you know proper installation is important. It's like a sidekick for your HVAC, keeping cool air in and hot air out. Call or go online at Coolray.com to book your appointment today. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
You ever been? I was at one of the. This is like probably 15, maybe 20 years ago. I was at one of these, HR things about sexual harassment, and it was one of those things where they gave the class somewhere in the building for 2 weeks or something. You had to sign up, and I never signed up. Because I was like, well, I've been in the workplace a long time. I've never harassed anybody. Nobody's ever complained about me. I guess I know what. I don't need. It'd be like me going to get a remedial reading course. Why would I go? If I didn't know how to read, I would go, and they would teach me how to read. But since at that point in my life, I was already 40-some years old and had never had a complaint, so I figured, well, I know how to not harass women in the workplace. Why would I need to go be taught something? And then they forced me to go to the very last one. And I think I wasn't alone. There was a lot of other people that when you're in the last one, they've been there 2 weeks. It's like everybody who put it off as long as they could. And it was so kind of really stuck with me. The people who were into it were the people who were talking. They were the people who were giving. Like they were there. They were like some sort of third-party company that comes into your corporation, sets up in a room, and then they do the sexual harassment thing, and they're doing it's their show. And they seem to be having a blast. They're really enjoying it. Everyone else in this room was just like, oh, I got to be here. It's like Marshawn Lynch. I'm here so I don't get
fined. Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right. That's it basically. And at one point early on, the lady who was running the, seminar, whatever you want to call it, said, all right, I want to get started now with anybody in the room who's ever felt in the past that maybe she didn't say, not maybe not total sexual harassment, but, things have happened in the office that you didn't feel comfortable with, or just anybody at all. Just let me, and then, of course, nobody's hands go up. And then she comes in, well, listen, there's going to be no judgment here. If anybody, don't, what she's trying to get across is, hey, ladies, because there's men in the room, don't feel. So really, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. So anybody at all with a story, there's like 30 people in this room. Nothing. So then there's the go-to. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get us started with my story. I was so intrinsically, now I'm starting to feel bad for what I see as the performers on stage. Oh my goodness, they're bombing. And it was just I learned then, the problem with it is that it's make work. And that's why the one thing I will agree with Hegseth and Trump on is when you have soldiers, you don't give them make work. In a corporation, I guess you got one day. Okay, well, we'll just go in there, and this is a waste of time, because in reality, if somebody harasses a woman and you're the boss, you should come out and say, hey, dude, you're fired. Why am I fired? Well, that's why. Okay, goodbye. It's not the boss's job to help you become a better person. And when you're at work, you shouldn't do everything by the rules because you believe in all those rules. It's like, well, I'm at work. I can't just say anything I want or do anything I want. Anybody who's smart and keeps a job understands that. Maybe it's not like the old days, and maybe you could do stuff in the 60s and the 50s that you can't do now. But the modern boss knows that. And so in reality, this is all actually very simple. It should have been like the Stop Smoking campaign. It's like, hey, things are going to change at work. People are really going to start getting busted for this behavior. And you get that across. In the past, maybe it was kind of a man's world and these things were allowed to slide, or maybe women, because the men were in authority, wouldn't complain. And they just needed like in the early 90s. Yeah, hey, that's going to change. You're going to start getting busted for that, and you're going to start losing your job for that. And that's all you need. A couple of people lose their jobs over a year in a corporation. Everyone else gets the message. So all of this stuff, this complex of third-party companies that have sprouted up to come in and teach your employees how to be better people. You know what? They're not here to become better people. They're here to help me build this product so that we can make a profit. My assumption is they've got clerics in their life, they've got priests, they've got preachers, they've got wives, they've got parents, they've got other people in their lives who can help them become better people. That was the mistake. The mistake was that your workplace is going to teach you how to be a better person. That's why it's all so stupid. The reality is, here are the rules. You want a paycheck from here? Okay, well, whatever it is you want to do that's against the rules, you can't do it here or else you're not going to make the paycheck. Good old-fashioned.
No spanking in the office? Dang.
Well, no spanking in the office.
Why not?
It's in the rules. We gave you the employee handbag.
I quit.
Well, okay. You see, it's working, and nobody had to go sit and be taught how to be a better person when they're already the person you think you're teaching them to be. It's a waste of time.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging's LDCT body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into. And that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network, so yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market, as low as 3.49 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Football season has arrived, and make sure you're comfortable for all of the big games. With Ragsdale, get up to $1,700 off a brand new Carrier home comfort system with Ragsdale's trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. Not some third-party warranty. This is Ragsdale's own warranty. I've trusted them in my home for years. They're the only company I use for my heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Find them online at ragsdaleair.com or give them a call. Ragsdale, the name I know you can trust.
At Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, they just don't sell cars. They set the standard of amazing. Enjoy personalized service, a Starbucks cafe, and airport parking concierge, because you deserve more than just a car. Visit ButlerLexusSouthAtlanta.com or call 800-NEW-LEXUS today, because they value you.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top story, the clock ticking toward a government shutdown. If lawmakers can't reach a deal on a spending bill, there will be a partial shutdown just after the stroke of midnight. Democrats and Republicans appear to remain in a stalemate over how to keep the government funded. And if there is a government shutdown, Georgia's business community is preparing to feel the impacts.
Georgia Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Chris Clark has a clear message for the
state's congressional delegation.
Move past the partisan politics and just focus on doing the work of Georgia's business community and Georgia's citizens.
He says businesses and workers across sectors will feel the effects of a shutdown.
We don't want anything that slows down our economic activity in the state, particularly now when there's so many other unknowns that are present for businesses.
He hopes that Congress can come to an agreement to avoid a shutdown before tonight's deadline. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
78 degrees in Atlanta. What day brings morning lows in the 50s? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Emotions run high in a Cherokee County courtroom as a teen driver enters a plea in a crash in Woodstock last year that killed 2 teenagers. 19-year-old Oliver Lewis Roman of Powder Springs was driving a car that reached speeds of more than 90 miles per hour when it crashed in the Town Lake area of Woodstock last January. One of the teens who died had just celebrated his 18th birthday. 2 other teen passengers suffered serious injuries. Roman enters a non-negotiated plea to 2 counts of first-degree homicide by vehicle. His 20-year sentence includes a year in jail. Operation Watchful Eye targets sex offenders in Georgia. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office issues 7 arrest warrants. The statewide effort is meant to make sure sex offenders are living where they say they are. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office says it goes beyond state standards, conducting at least 4 checks a year, plus this sweep. Georgia farmers are getting financial help from the federal government.
The USDA announces $531 million in grant money is coming to Georgia to cover agricultural losses from Hurricane Helene. Georgia Ag Commissioner Tyler Harper says the money's going to go to those areas that traditional programs don't cover.
Things like timber and poultry and infrastructural losses and other commodities like certain specialty crops and nurseries that we typically don't see USDA programs covering those gaps and disasters.
This block grant funding is part of the $30 billion disaster assistance relief effort authorized by the American Relief Act. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A man's body's recovered from a marshy area after his boat flips in the water near Clifton Springs Road in DeKalb County. DeKalb firefighters were called to help search for the man last night after a family member asked for a welfare check. The man frequently fished on the water. Using a drone, the man was found in the water and a dive team recovered his body today. It's been taken to the DeKalb County Medical Examiner's office to determine a cause of death. A controversial rezoning request by a Decatur cemetery goes before the DeKalb Commission today.
Washington Memorial Gardens has served the Scottdale area of Decatur for almost 80 years. Earlier this year, co-owner Timothy Amui had this to say about efforts to add a crematory and funeral home.
We're a 35-acre cemetery. It's a beautiful memorial park, so we're just looking to convert the existing office building to enable those services as well.
After neighbors expressed strong reservations about the crematory, that part of the plan was scrapped, but the effort to repurpose an existing on-site building as a funeral home is ongoing, and it received support from the Planning Commission earlier this month. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
As part of Suicide Prevention Month, Atlanta Public Schools is promoting Talk It Out, a free phone service for students seeking help that launched earlier this year.
Is a phone number that Atlanta Public School students can text with a school code, and they will be talking to a licensed therapist on the other end. This is 24/7.
High school senior Brooke Smith says students can reach out if they're stressed about school, a breakup, home life, or any other concern. Even though Hurricane Imelda is not expected to make landfall in the U.S., its impacts will be felt along the entire East Coast. A man in Florida dies after being pulled into the ocean by a rip current. Imelda and Hurricane Umberto, which is further out in the Atlantic, are causing massive waves. It is 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team Traffic starts now with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, been jammed up on the outer loop of the perimeter around the airport on the southwest side of town. 285 southbound brake lights find you just before Highway 166, Langford Parkway. Getting down to this crash is still in the right lane, just past Washington Road, exit number 1. Earlier midday construction is all wrapped up. 285 both north and southbound on the east side in DeKalb County around Glenwood Road. And if you're traveling I-20 eastbound toward downtown, crash just cleared out of 2 right lanes right at the downtown connector, exit 57. Still seeing the brake lights back to MLK Junior Drive, but that will start to improve. How are things through downtown Atlanta, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, it's already slow. 75-85 northbound beginning at University Ave, making your way past Peachtree, Pine Street. 85 southbound, the heavy volume beginning at the Georgia 400 merge, stretching to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies today with a few rain showers and rumbles of thunder. Today's high near 80, lows tonight in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 83. Thursday, sunny and breezy with morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78.
And as we check Storm Tracker radar this hour, there are some scattered rain showers around the metro area. Some heavy rain right now in the North Cobb region. It's 77 in Snellville, 72 in Kennesaw, and 78 in East Point. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And we've got it, ladies and gentlemen. Looking up there at CNN, we've got what we always love.
Oh, yes.
We got a government shutdown clock.
Yeah!
Government shutdown clock.
Government shutdown clock. Government shutdown clock.
One more time.
Government shutdown clock.
You know, it's funny to me. The media treats these potential government shutdowns, and sometimes the government does shut down, like those Armageddon cults. Wasn't there one just last week? People were convinced that the end days.
Yeah, the rapture was coming on either Tuesday or Wednesday last week.
Right, because there was some guy who said he had a dream and whatever, and it was divine.
He has since deleted his video off.
Yeah,
of the
well,
socials.
things didn't work out. Hey, you know what? He gave it a shot. I got. He's aspirational, but it's as when we look at these Armageddon cults as you get older, like maybe you get taken in the first time, but after you've seen 5 or 6 of the end of the world cults have to wake up the next day and the world's not gone, the idea of then joining the next Armageddon cult seems rather ignorant, or actually at that point just plain stupid, because you should know better. Well, the media is like that about these government shutdowns. They treat every one of them. I mean, we've been through so many of these in the last 15 years because we have a Congress that refuses to do its job. So we end up, by the way, when the government either stays open or opens again, here's something I can guarantee you. It won't be a complete solution. They will come up with a compromise, and we will be right back here in 3 or 6 months. Because that's the way it always works.
It's supposed to be a continuing resolution until December. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah. Continuing this. How long has this country been going on continuing resolutions? So the sun is going to keep rising, and the world and the Earth's going to keep spinning, and the country is going to go on. This I know because, like the doomsday cults, I have seen this a million times, and the press just. No one in the press just goes, "Oh, there's same old nonsense again." It's like, nope, there's 2 sides. One side saying this, and that's good for people. Okay, there's another side, and they're saying that. Not good for people. This is a showdown. And can we roll the story of the teacher in the Midwest that's supposed to retire in 2 days, and they're going to lose their retirement if the government shuts down? Yeah, because can you believe it? This person could be and also, do we have a lot of other stories about all the people who could be harmed by this? And in the end, it's going to be a stupid compromise. There will be no solution. Your government doesn't solve problems. Your government doesn't pretend to solve problems. And this isn't even a problem. It's just the yearly budget.
From 2005 to 2025, we've had 6 shutdowns.
Yeah, wow. and 8 and probably 20 threats of shutdowns.
Easily.
And here we go again. And I guess if you're 17 and it's your first time around, you're looking at CNN, you're saying to your friends, the whole thing, no, they're going to open it back up, even no matter how long it is, and then everybody's going to get paid back pay. And at least that's the way it's gone every single other time. Maybe I should assume it's going to go the same way this time. Maybe. But CNN acts like we've never been here before. The government may shut down forever.
Yeah. Well, I can fire a lot of people, so that'll be great.
Well, there you go.
I did like how last time that it shut down, they had a clock that reversed. They kept that little widget up on their screen, except it said hours since the government was last open.
They love a clock.
They love those clocks.
That CNN government shutdown clock says, listen, if we've gotten you worked up and you are frightened, that clock says, do not get up off of your behind at any point in this day. Do not breathe air outside. Maybe go to the bathroom, but get right back to the couch as fast as you can because there's a government shutdown clock. And you don't want to be in the back raking the leaves when the government shuts down, do you?
They love that up there. They had the remember the death toll from COVID? They
every day. Every day.
Gosh, yeah, that was the worst.
It turned out that over 8 billion people died, and that's more than the people on the planet.
Yeah.
And you tell me it wasn't something else.
I think the clock killed them.
I think it was too. People got mesmerized by the clock.
Whoa.
They forgot to eat. They just sat there looking at that damn death clock.
I'm really
and then
hungry.
Next thing you know, they fall off their couch, and then their significant other walks in the living room and notices that there's one more tallied on the death clock.
It's going to be airport delays. Airport delays.
There's going to be, here we go. Okay, all right, CNN, let's look back on the 19 other times we've covered this. Let's tell people all the things that aren't going to happen.
Our last government shutdown, by the way, was December 22nd, 2018 through January 25th, 2019.
How did we make it through?
35 days.
How did we make it through? Oh, my goodness.
And we all lived.
Does anybody remember anything about those 35 days? People are being pushed to panic once again. I asked the question, does anybody remember anything about those 35 days? I suppose if your paycheck depended upon it, you remember not having that paycheck, but you also remember getting it all back as soon as the government opened.
I remember there wasn't a sunny day during those 35 days.
It really is. It really could be the end of time. So CNN wants you to know, don't get off your ass all day. Just stay tuned in right here, because you don't want to be, what if your neighbor finds out the government shut down 10 minutes before you did? Aren't you going to feel like a jerk and an idiot?
Yeah, but I got on Twiter before they did, or X before
Oh,
they
that's
did.
right. So you put your 2 cents
I
down
did.
there.
I got it in there.
I was going to read it, but then it just moved by really fast. And a whole bunch of other people put stuff in there. Yeah, I just didn't see it. I'm sorry. I know you put a lot into it, but it just kind of scrolled really fast by. And I
Now, Eric, what do we do?
apologize.
Because both sides are blaming each other for it.
Well, of course, this is part of the script. As if this isn't a visit to Universal or Disney and we're just like cosplaying. This is what's happening. It's cosplay. You're like, okay, now it's time for the Democrats to blame the Republicans to blame the Democrats, and for the media to take it seriously when none of it is serious. None of it is serious. It's all gamesmanship. They don't care about you. That's my message. They don't care about you. None of this is about you. It's about them, and they get to go, well, it's going to be, and the other side goes, oh, yeah. And the media says, yes, absolutely, it is dire. It is dire. All right, let's see. Where are we going to start? With Schumer?
Let's start with
or-
Schumer. Let's start with Schumer.
I'll bet. Hold on.
He's
All
here.
right, my guess is he's blaming the Republicans.
It's up to the Republicans whether they want to shut down or not. We've made to the president some proposals. Our Republican leaders will have to talk to them about them, but ultimately he's the decision maker. And if he will accept some of the things we asked, which we think the American people are for, on health care and on rescissions, he can avoid a shutdown.
Or Congress could have done their job for years and years and years and years and years, and we wouldn't even be in the.
But Vice President Vance says it's the Democrats' fault.
What?
They want to talk about
Hold
how to
on.
fix
Wait,
American
hold on. I'm confused. Schumer just said it was the Republicans' fault.
I know. I don't know what side to take.
He had me so convinced, and now you're telling me this J.D. Vance?
There's another side, Eric.
They want to talk about how to fix American health care policy. Let's do it. The Speaker would love to do it. The Senate Majority Leader would love to do it. Let's work on it together. But let's do it in the context of an open government that's providing essential services to the American people. That's all that we're proposing to do. And the fact that they refuse to do that shows how unreasonable their position is. I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing. I hope they change their mind, but we're going to see.
Wait, the other guy said we're going to a shutdown because the Republicans weren't doing the right thing.
I'm confused.
I just don't know.
Can we get somebody to take some responsibility for this?
Probably not.
Okay.
Well, Trump just spoke on it, too, and he said that.
Well, it's the voters are the ones. They're the ones who
True.
have allowed it to happen. And really, it's all our fault. There were $37 trillion. We kept electing these morons.
The president had to weigh in, too.
Nothing is inevitable, but I would say it's probably likely because they want to give health care to illegal immigrants, which will destroy health care for everybody else in our country.
He didn't
And
say.
I didn't see them bend even a little bit when I said we can't do that.
So is it? So he's saying the Democrats is their response. I'm getting confused. What did he say there at the beginning? What was that first word?
Nothing is inevitable. But
Inevitable. Is it inevitable?
There's nothing is inevitable. Inevitable.
Full of energy today, man.
It's a game. It's a game. If you're not looking at it as a game, you're not looking at it. You're going to get caught up emotionally with your favorite 24-hour news network. It's going to get you all jazzed about the other side. Have fun. I mean, I think it's a waste of time, but maybe people just have fun. They like it. Hey, shut up, Eric. We like this game. There's no Tuesday night football, so we might as well go play this game. But as long as you see it as a game, then you're seeing it. If you see it as anything other than a game, you're simply not seeing it.
What's sports for people who don't like sports?
Yes, but who doesn't like sports?
Yeah, what's Jake Tapper going to say? What side is he on?
I bet you he's going to
Lead.
say that somebody's wrong and somebody's right. And I think that Jake Tapper is just going to show us a bunch of stories about average Americans who could be in for it if this government shuts down. It could be the worst thing. I mean, it's not going to be, but it could be. It could be the worst thing that's ever happened to this country. So, I don't know. Hey, when is it? 8 o'clock tonight or something?
Midnight.
Midnight? I ain't staying up that late. Screw it. I'll wake up tomorrow and find out if we still have a country. Maybe we won't have a country anymore.
That's a lot.
Well, let's enjoy these last few hours before the end of the republic. Just have some fun, ladies and gentlemen, because tomorrow there are no rules. Anything goes. Let's say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's a crash, unfortunately, on 285 at East Point.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric and gang. Yeah, we've had a crash. It's been in and out of 2 right lanes right around the airport, 285 southbound past Washington Road, exit 1. Good news is they just reopened all travel lanes, so those brake lights that start back at Langford Parkway, Highway 166 will start to improve. If you're traveling at 285 east and southbound through DeKalb County, starting to slow, leaving Georgia 400, but really bunches up in Doraville from Buford Highway, passing I-85. Then you stay filled in through Tucker down into Clarkston, but don't forget that earlier road work that slowed the ride all day. 285 south at Glenwood Road has cleared for the afternoon. Checking the ride on I-75 and beyond northwest of town, it's Kobe Dawkins.
And 75 northbound is a little sluggish, beginning at Delk Road, making your way into Kennesaw to Chastain Road. 575 northbound, you're on and off the brakes, leaving I-75, getting into Woodstock. And this report is sponsored by True Natural Gas. They could report aliens have landed, but that wouldn't be true. Here's something that is true. True Natural Gas offers low rates and great customer service. Visit TrueNaturalGas.com. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When you need to know.
The story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications
From your source for news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
With a long legacy of helping people live well, HealthSpring knows Medicare. As your partner, HealthSpring is committed to empowering you every step of the way. From choosing your plan to making the most of your benefits, you'll find that with a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter. So put a spring in your step with a HealthSpring Medicare plan. Find out more at healthspring.com. HealthSpring products and services are provided exclusively by or through operating subsidiaries of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Looking for your next great adventure? At Capital Investment Advisors, we know travel isn't just a vacation. It's a core pursuit that fuels happiness. In fact, research shows happy retirees pursue nearly twice as many adventure-related core pursuits as unhappy retirees. That's why we created 101 trips to take in retirement. A free guide with luxury escapes, wellness retreats, cultural immersions, and trips for the grandkids. Download your copy today at yourwealth.com/101trips.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
The 28th annual Motul Petit Le Mans returns to Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta October 8th through the 11th for 4 days of world-class sports car endurance racing and fan activities. Don't miss the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship season finale, the Fox Factory 120, and 4 additional race series throughout the weekend. Witness the best racing teams and drivers in the world, like BMW, Lamborghini, Lexus, Ferrari, Porsche, Audi, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Kids 12 and under get in free. Get yours at roadatlanta.com.
Trust is not just a word, it's an experience. When your home needs service, you can trust TE certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. TE is the company I trust to fix any problem once and for all. Their 5-star customer experience means easy online scheduling, friendly technicians, and a lifetime workmanship warranty, so I can just sit back and relax.
TE certified, we love your home.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
Shelley Winter had his hip operation, well, replacement, yesterday, but he will be on the air tonight after the show, although he's doing it remotely. He listened to some common sense. So you're doing it, first of all, you're doing it from the house, right, Shelley?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing it, from what you call it, the house.
Okay, yeah, it's...
but I'd rather be there. I'm
you get bored at home.
Stir crazy,
It's only been one day. It's fine. You could,
I'm ready to come back. Yesterday, on the way home from the surgery, I stopped and got some gas station sushi and stocked up.
Yeah, so you're fine for a couple of days.
I'll be all right.
So big show. It's starting at 7:06. Is it
big
06
show.
or
It's a countdown to the shutdown.
It's a countdown to the shutdown.
But I'm ready. Like I was playing golf all day.
You just had a hip operation
on the PlayStation.
Okay,
video game.
Start with the video.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't get bored at home.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Well, that'd be good because I'm not.
What
I
should
don't
I
know.
watch?
There's got to be some level of pain relievers involved in this show,
I'm sure.
right? I mean, he just had the operation yesterday. So
and if not, he's going to be
unhinged. I got methylene blue from RFK.
You should tune in if you should always tune in for Shelley's show, but my guess is you got to get at least some level of pain reliever fun going on.
Oh, that's going to be great. And if he isn't on the pain reliever, then he's going.
Then
to
he's going to be like totally.
Up.
Yeah, he's going to be totally because he's going to have that pain pushing him along. I think last night, and I don't want to make too much of this because I was thinking about it, it's like it would just make it worse. But I think as I was driving away, I listened to the first segment with J.D. Hayworth, who filled in for Shelley Winter. And I think that there was some kind of a misunderstanding during the handoff. We didn't know who was filling in. And then I got the information at the last second. Well, right before that, I think the last thing I said during the show, we were talking about Theo Von, and somehow it got to the point of these so-called podcast bros and how they got too close to politicians, and it's kind of ruining what they were as comedians, and they need to get away from them. And I think I said at the end of the show, just go back to being funny and don't ever let these jerks on your podcast again, calling all politicians jerks. So then I start like closing up the show, and I'm like, oh, who's on for Shelley? And then I find out at the last minute it's J.D. Hayworth, and I say, a politician from Arizona. And I think he's putting on his headphones listening, and I think he thought that I called him a jerk politician, which I didn't. And he hasn't been a politician for a very long time. So
Did he say? What did he say?
he was talking about how he was in radio first, and then
Yes.
but as he referenced it, it's fine. Listen, it's fine. From what he heard, it's fine that he had a little dig at us. Also, he obviously doesn't know my age because he said, "Oh, I know you're going to think it's an old boomer talking here," but Eric from the Doctrinaires is 61 years of age. Hanging on to that last year of boomerism, 1964.
There you go.
But it was simply a misunderstanding. That's all. I don't want to get into some sort of feud. Do they have radio feuds anymore, or is radio just not relevant enough to have feuds?
Oh, there's definitely feuds.
Are there feuds?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Tad and Bert.
Cindy and Tracy.
Boy, I hate Tad.
Wait a minute, that's Eric Erickson.
I know.
Oh, I thought
it's a new feud. He eats all the apple tartlets.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought Tad and Bert.
No, Tad won.
That's right, because Bert's retiring. All right, so wait a minute. I was going to leave him a message, Bert, and say, hey, congratulations on retiring. And then I thought, is this some kind of radio stunt? And then I would look like the biggest dummy in the world. So I mean it, but I haven't said it yet. Let's give away tickets to see Chris DiStefano. As soon as he gets back from Riyadh. 2 tickets to see Chris DiStefano on Thursday, October 23rd at the Tabernacle. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there are brake lights on 85 North into Sewanee.
Yeah, I've been checking the jam cam. Just looks slow. Can't find any crashes, but 85 northbound jams in right around Sugarloaf Parkway in Duluth, up toward Highway 317 and 985 in Swanee. Before that, 85 northbound, it's the merging madness passing I-285, but it improves once you get north of Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99 in Norcross. What's it looking like on Georgia 400, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, it's slow as you leave I-285 getting on to Georgia 400 northbound, and then the delays remain as you pass the North Springs MARTA station. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, maker, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
At Ameris Bank, we know that it's never just business when it's your business. I'm Brian Parks, head of commercial banking in Atlanta for Ameris Bank. Whether your business is looking to optimize cash flow, improve your payment technology, or grow more quickly, my team and I are here and ready to help with a superior level of service, smart banking technology, and local market expertise. I invite you to reach out to my team by visiting amerisbank.com/yourbusiness or a local branch near you. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours, member FDIC.
Hey friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof. Online at drroof.com.
We're having a party and you're invited. Join CenterWell Senior Primary Care for our free grand opening party. Come meet our care team and tour the new center. Plus, food, music, games, and more. Celebrate with CenterWell Woodstock on Thursday, October 16th at the corner of Bells Ferry Road and Eagle Drive from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Learn more at CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. That's CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. We'll see you soon.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic,
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, a government shutdown seems likely at midnight with Democrats and Republicans in a stalemate. CBS's Erica Brown reports from Capitol Hill. Few avenues to avoid a shutdown seem viable at this point.
To avert a shutdown, the Senate could pass a Republican measure Tuesday that extends federal funding at its current level until mid-November. But Democrats are demanding the bill include an extension of Affordable Care Act benefits expiring this year and reverses cuts to Medicaid.
The head of the Georgia Chamber of Commerce says a government shutdown would have a major impact on our state.
Our state's economy is so broad, everything from poultry to research and development, and all of those things are impacted by the federal government. And we did see impacts, particularly in the ag industry last time and then in the small business sector.
Georgia Chamber President and CEO Chris Clark says many industries in the state will be affected by a shutdown, especially companies who are working under government contracts. He's calling on Congress to work out a deal to keep the government open. It is now 79 degrees in Atlanta. Spotty rain showers are around through this evening. Will it dry out tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The man accused of killing an off-duty Gwinnett County deputy will remain behind bars without bond. 43-year-old Eric Sumner of Sewanee appeared in a Forsyth County courtroom today. He's charged with murder and aggravated assault with intent to murder. Sumner is accused of killing Master Deputy Tamara Tuitt Bartlett and injuring her teen son during a domestic incident. Bartlett had been with the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office for nearly 2 decades. During a speech to hundreds of military officials, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth declares an end to politically correct leadership in the U.S. military. He announces directives for troops that include male-level standards for physical fitness and an end to woke culture in the military. His advice for service members who disagree:
if the words I'm speaking today are making your heart sink, then you should do the honorable thing and resign.
Hegseth also says he's loosening disciplinary rules and weakening hazing protections in the military. The future of DeKalb County's oldest school is up for debate at a meeting tonight.
Druid Hills High School has been in the spotlight since a student-made video showing crumbling conditions went viral, showing things like exposed wires and leaks. Shortly afterward, county leaders pledged funding to modernize the school built in 1927. They're considering a number of options, including renovations, building a new school on the same site, or moving it to a different site.
WSB's Cheryl Castro reports tonight's meeting starts at 6 p.m. at Druid Hills High School. 2 more meetings are scheduled in October. Cobb Police give new details about the arrest of 4 shoplifting suspects at Cumberland Mall. They fled the area at high speed, sometimes driving in oncoming lanes and at times going twice the posted speed limit. Police utilize a pit maneuver to stop the vehicle and take the 4 men into custody. 2 of the 4 already had outstanding warrants for previous incidents, and all 4 are facing several felony charges. A warning to parents today about a recall involving child car seats from a popular brand.
Evenflo is recalling over 324,000 child seats because foam in the headrest could be a choking hazard, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The recall involves Evenflo's Revolve 360 Slim and Gold Revolve 360 Slim models. Owners who registered their products will be notified October 31st.
Alex Stone reports Evenflo will send owners additional tape seal to secure the foam. DoorDash will start making robot deliveries and offering restaurant reservations.
The red robots are 4 feet tall and look like those little Tykes cars for toddlers. They can reach speeds of up to 20 miles per hour. DoorDash also announced a new Going Out tab that will let users book tables at restaurants as it takes on other reservation platforms like OpenTable.
Correspondent Michael Wallace reports the company says it's trying to stay ahead of ever-increasing customer demand. The football game between 2 historically black colleges set for Saturday in Atlanta will no longer be held at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The game between Florida A&M and Mississippi Valley State will now take place November 29th in Mississippi with kickoff at 2 p.m. It's now 4:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Checking the ride on I-20 on both sides of town, Bill. We'll start in DeKalb County where you're seeing the brake lights through the work zone, 20 eastbound, starting right around Columbia Drive, and it's scattered brake lights trying to get out to the mall at Stonecrest. The West Freeway, 20 westbound, sluggish the whole way, starting inside the perimeter at around Langhorne Street, and you'll start to slow even more so once you get out to Thornton Road. Crash on Thornton Road just south of I-20. This crash is right at Interstate West Parkway. Checking the ride through the heart of downtown Atlanta with the help of Kobe Dawkins.
And it remains slow, 75-85 northbound. Seeing the brake lights pack in at Langford Parkway, getting almost to 10th Street. Southbound rides are slow, starting well before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with spotty rain showers moving through the metro region, drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 83. Thursday, sunny skies, morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78.
And Storm Tracker radar right now showing some spotty rain showers moving through the metro area from north to south. It is 76 in Sugar Hill, 78 in Scottsdale, 79 in Union City. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
This is Wes Moss from Money Matters. You know, retirement is a lot like football. The best teams don't just show up on game day. They've got great coaches and a smart game plan. Without one, things go off the rails quickly. At Capital Investment Advisors, we would act as your retirement coach, building both the big picture strategy and the detailed plays that aim to help you score the retirement you want. Don't go into retirement with a bad playbook. Visit us at yourwealth.com. That's YOUR wealth.com.
It's essential, complicated, and if it breaks, you could have a disgusting mess. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and the experts you hear on the Home Fix-It Show. Slow drains, gurgling sounds, or pooling water and odors in the yard? Don't ignore these symptoms. Call us today.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump-out charge with your repair. Call for more information.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. A DUI conviction could be life-changing. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Gas South Convention Center to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source, this weekend at the Gas South Convention Center. Get tickets at AtlantaFranchiseShow.com.
Linda here with another satisfied patient with a great story to tell you about Atlanta Vision Institute. Lisa had the laser optics procedure. Why did you choose Atlanta Vision Institute?
Well, I'd been wearing contacts or glasses for the last 50 years and decided one day that I'd had enough. I have an active lifestyle and the glasses just were getting in the way.
Now, after the procedure with Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute, what were the results like?
It was amazing. I could see the highway signs from far away, and I was able to thread the needle on my sewing machine without any help.
Nobody can do that. That's amazing. Folks, if you feel like you're at your wit's end with your vision, why don't you go see Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute? Go to 2020atlanta.com and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure. Go to 2020atlanta.com.
Congratulations to Todd McConis of Smyrna. Won 2 tickets to see Chris DeStefano on Thursday, October 23rd at the Tabernacle. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Here's a story from WSB TV.
Who are they?
Not familiar, but we'll go with it. A teen with a learner's permit wanted to see how fast his car could go. On 285, Dunwoody Police Department arrested a 15-year-old on a reckless driving charge on Monday. Officers clocked the teen going 111 miles per hour on 285.
Yeah, not the place to go 111 miles per hour.
Well, there aren't many. I mean, like Road Atlanta. You can go
that's about it.
Yeah. They learned when they pulled him over, they learned the 15-year-old only had his learner's permit. No one else was inside the car. Police said the teen told them he wanted to see how fast his car could go on an open road. Officers called his parents to pick him up. His mother told investigators she knew her son didn't have a driver's license, but let him drive anyway. Am I related to these people? This is starting to sound like my life. It's all right. You got a learner's permit. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, first time they let you go, it's all right. Yeah, I don't want. Go pick me up some cigarettes from the corner store. Shut up. Now, here's the one thing. That's basically the whole WSB TV story, digital story. But there's one question that I have, which I think is very important. Was he recording himself? I mean, in America 2025,
had to be.
Is this something that's just happening because I'm curious about something, or, hey, I was doing 111 miles an hour on 285. Maybe I'm not the most popular kid right now, but I'm going to get the clicks on that one. That's what I would like to know is, was this done in an effort to ultimately get clicks? And when you expand on that, how many people in the future actually will end up in jail just because of they wanted to get more clicks?
Want to impress Emma in biology.
Or more than that, just like how extreme are things going to get as people start doing more and more things to get more clicks? This is I don't know who wrote this up there at WSB TV, but you left out the piece of information that as soon as I started reading it, I was like, this one, I got to know. Was he recording it? He was going to put it online?
It says, so I put it into ChatGPT, and it says there is no mention on other articles. Because, it pulls from all the different places, too, along with our resources here at WSB TV. It says there's no mention on whether or not there was a recording.
It makes me wonder, you're saying that. Should I switch to Grok? You're using Grok all the time.
I use ChatGPT for certain things, but Grok is a little bit better.
Will Grok swear and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Grok can get things wrong.
I think ChatGPT is better.
Yeah, it is better.
So Grok's not as good, but maybe the rules aren't as tight?
Yes.
Is it like, here's my question. Does Grok lecture you
No.
the way that ChatGPT
if you
always
just
trying to make you feel, and you got to write back, it's like, I'm not asking you that. I'm simply, don't try to read my mind of what I'm not in a militia.
You're a bad person, Eric.
Do
you really want to look that up?
Like I'm in a militia?
Wait till Grokopedia gets built.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
That's going to be full of crap.
Elon Musk. Grokopedia. He just announced that he's going to have Grok. That's going to have like the AI thing in it, the XAI and all that. And my understanding is there's going to be a 50-page Grokopedia on Hitler, because you got to make sure you get all the...
Everything goes back to Hitler. Yeah.
Why does Hitler come up so much when it has to do with Grok? Are people gaslighting with it, or?
It depends, because
I
some
can't
of the
believe
people
that Elon thinks it's a good idea for his image.
Because a lot of right-wingers, or not right-wingers, but, alt trolls and stuff like that.
You mean the 4chan types?
The 4chan types get in there and they feed it Hitler.
Right. Because they're about chaos, right?
Yes.
They just want chaos, which means they're young. There's no doubt. Old people do not want chaos. For the most part, we have a president who's kind of into it right now.
Right.
For the most part,
I like it. Okay.
For the most part, it's young people who just like chaos. So I would imagine people age out of 4chan, or like after 40, they come back not as much as they used to because, I'm living in the real world now where there are actual consequences for behaviors and speech.
Well, there are plenty of people on there that are around our age, because sometimes I'll go through the politically incorrect board and I'll see references to things no one young today would get.
Oh, okay.
Like song lyrics from the 70s or a movie reference.
Oh, so the older people are getting radicalized, huh?
Yeah, they're already.
They all want to. They all want
seem normal at
Why
T-ball
are people
practice.
so into chaos? Why are people so? I don't want chaos.
It used to be funny, but it's not anymore.
Does anybody like getting hit in the head with a brick or something? Like I'm not into. I'm not into that. Like I just want to drive to work and go back home. I don't want trouble. Why do so many people want trouble? It's a whole. I just cannot understand it. Why do people want I like peace and quiet. Like, okay, hey, everybody's getting along. All right, good. That's cool. Let's groove. I have a very kind of gummy sort of sensibility, I think. But I feel more and more out of touch in this, what used to be my country. I feel very out of touch because I'm not in the mood for strife. I'm not in the mood for chaos. I don't care if you think something completely different than what I think. Doesn't bother me. What, am I losing touch with the real people? Am I losing touch by not being angry all the time?
People might be seeking excitement in their life. I think, first off, it's definitely the minority of people. Minority of people do not, I would say, majority of people want to be peaceful. Minority want chaos. Of that minority, it's because there's not enough excitement in their own life, so they're looking for it to happen
How
somehow.
can you live in this world and not have excitement in your life?
People
Even
would
if
be
you can't
amazed.
afford it, Klarna will pay for it, and you can just give it back and pay for it in 4 easy payments. How is it that people aren't able to have fun? And to me, the idea of danger is not exciting. The idea of To me, exciting started when I was a kid. We're going to meet Santa Claus. That was exciting. Or when I went to my first rock concerts, Kiss and Foghat and Bob Seger. That was exciting. I'm not ever like, yeah, and then there'll be people will be yelling in the streets and there'll be some blood. That's not exciting to me. I don't want to be around that. George would be running out right in the middle of it. I'm young. Universe, I'm young. I'll change it.
You want to go back to those days? They have to ban social media.
It will never happen. You can't ban social media. We are where we are, but people,
buy it.
What?
You can buy it.
Like
can?
Musk?
Well, people can, and they can change their algorithms and things.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. It may be that there's a total rejection of this at some point, but some generation will come along. But I don't think so, because we're giving them the drip dopamine of iPads now when they're 2.5, 3 years old, and that's long before they're going to have a worldview. So they'll be so hooked on the sugar that there's no way by 12 or 13 they decide, you know what, I don't think this is good for me, because they're just going to be, that's the world that we're, the kids who get the pad first when they're 2 years old, that's going to be dopamine drip forever. You're never going to be able to go without it.
And even the parents that try to, keep it from being all of their lives, the second that they get it, they're consumed by it. The second it's taken away, they're tortured.
And there's always the kids at school, like, oh, we don't allow him to blah, 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 blah. So it's really on the adults in society. Like, these are not allowed in school. Well, what if there's an emergency? Okay, how often? So we gotta interrupt daily life every day and dumb these kids down in case there's an emergency? I got an idea. They can bring them, and then what are those bags that you put them in?
It's a pouch.
It's the pouch. They got to put them somewhere, and they're not allowed to be on them.
A lot of schools are doing that.
But they ruin the childhood experience even more because they let them check their phones during recess. That's not what recess is for. Recess is not supposed to be 35 kids sitting outside looking at their phones and ignoring each other. That's not supposed to be recess. You should say goodbye to your phone when you get on the bus or you walk on the campus, and you can say hello to your phone after you get off the bus or you walk off the campus. It will be good for kids. You won't be able to measure how good it will be for kids to have that 8 or so hours a day where I'm not checking my phone, but I'm not falling behind because none of my peers are checking their phones either. But the adults don't want to be adults, and the kids will call them names. So we're just going to have to sometimes you don't just let the kids do what they want or figure it out. Sometimes that's the worst thing you can do as an adult. And this is one of those cases. There should be no phones throughout the school day.
Some of these kids, I did a nightcap a couple weeks ago about this. I believe it was down in Clayton County where they were sneaking in walkie-talkies because of the school phone ban, and they had burner phones, and they were also communicating through calculators.
Okay, great. Yeah, you're out for a week.
Calculators, boobs.
Fine. Fine, good, great. You were caught. You're out for a week. So what? So people are going to get around it, and then they get caught, and then they get punished. That's the way things work. It's not, no, it won't be perfect. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 285 West in Doraville.
Yeah, traffic troopers called us about this one, Eric. We see it on the Jam Cam, 285 westbound, the outer loop just before, right at the exit to Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. Hero is with it now. Second right lane is blocked, so that is slowing the ride back toward Beaufort Highway. Once you get past that, 285 west slows again from Ashford Dunwoody for the ride over into Sandy Springs in Cobb County, and then scattered brake lights continues 285 southbound, the outer loop down to I-20, and we just found some new trouble on I-75 south of the city, Kobe Dawkins.
It's in Clayton County, 75 southbound, just past Forest Parkway, exit 237. Crash blocking one left lane, causing delay stretching on to I-285. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark Aram knows how to talk with Atlanta and bring you the news about Atlanta.
The passenger van that caught fire outside of the world's busiest airport.
And when news breaks around the world,
we got a big meeting between Vladimir Putin and President Trump.
You can count on 95.5 WSB and the power of ABC News to bring you the story.
Joining us from ABC News in London, Patrick Reevell.
Local stories and a worldwide reach.
Every day we have new breaking news.
Mark Aram, ABC News and 95.5 WSB. Tomorrow at 9.
You still want a new deck on your house, but you think you may have missed a deck building window? Well, you're wrong. Dave Baker here. At Ben Hill Renovations, deck building goes on year-round. Whether your existing deck is old, rotting, and unsafe, or you just want to upgrade your outdoor living space, now is the perfect time to get the ball rolling. Check out their new website at bhrenovations.com. Better yet, go to their showroom, speak with the designer, and see all that they have to offer up close. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The ristoranti, restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
You deserve a friendly home services technician that actually knows their stuff. Chris Chandler here. TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling only sends polite technicians that pass the rigorous TE certification program. They're licensed, insured, friendly, and always fix it right. TE Certified knows great service starts with a job well done and ends with a smile.
TE Certified. We love your home.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. I recently had two sets of customers who had vastly different stories. One had purchased elsewhere 3 years ago and spent $5,000, and the other had purchased from OMF 12 years ago and spent $1,000. The difference? Our customer's mattress lasted 4 times longer and cost them 5 times less. Don't waste money on overpriced, overhyped mattresses. Visit the Original Mattress Factory for unbeatable quality and value. Sleep better, longer, for less.
2 houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical on paper, but one had an orchard sign and it sold for a lot more. So what gives? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. The first seller went the trad route. Agent, open houses, price drops, long size, and eventually they gave in and settled for less. The second seller, they went with Orchard. Orchard didn't just list the home, they launched it. Their local agent knew which upgrades would get attention, brought in the right team, and handled everything like a well-oiled home selling machine. Oh, and they also let the seller move first with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program. That means no showings while living in a half-packed house, no buyers judging your choice of throw pillows, just peace, quiet, and top dollar. One got stress, the other got smart. Don't settle. Sell the smart way with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network, so yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
You know, there's some meeting. I'm eating a Snickers, and so I'm got all kinds of chocolate in my face right now. And I'm embarrassed because there are 4 people watching on video.
They got 12 today.
Really? Well, I'll tell you what. Moving on up, huh? I better check my video privilege very soon. But this meeting of the military, the 800-plus generals with Hegseth, saying we're going to go back to having these standards and all that. I mean, notice that the backdrop is from the movie Patton.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious to me that they actually just sort of pulled the opening scene of Patton, because that's not a backdrop I've seen a million times in my life. Just that huge American flag. And so the generals probably walked in saying, okay, we understand what's going on here. Because, you know, if you're a general, you've seen Patton.
Sure. Maybe.
I'm going to find – no, listen. You see, you talk about standards, it really should start there. Who hasn't seen Patton? All right, you're fired. You should not be an American general in the military without seeing Patton. I believe didn't Francis Ford Coppola wrote that speech?
He did?
I believe it was Francis Ford Coppola. It was somebody like that. Somebody.
I didn't know he was alive to write it for Patton.
No, for the 1969 movie or whatever it came out. Hey, come on, man. What are you writing, a book over there?
I don't want the Oscar.
Well, I liked him because of that. Why am I blanking on his name, the actor?
George C. Scott.
George C. Scott got 2 Oscars, didn't accept either of them because he said, I'm not in a competition with my colleagues. Alex Williams says it's a brake light battle on 75 South in Forest Park.
And now we're sounding the travel advisory that's making these delays even worse, Eric. It's a crash 75 South past Forest Parkway, exit number 237. Clayton County Fire Rescue now on scene, and it is really jammed up the ride back through Hateville. Couple good alternates to get you around that. You can use Highway 1941, Jonesboro Road, which is Highway 54, or I-675 southbound. With a look at the ride on I-20 west of the city, it's Kobe Dawkins.
And 20 westbound is slow as you leave I-285, making your way into Douglasville past Lee Road, and eastbound rides are slow starting at just past Thornton Road, getting to the perimeter, I-285. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Your deck is more than just a place to flip a burger or have a cup of coffee. It gathers your friends and family on all your favorite occasions and is there to enjoy every day. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and we build beautiful, high-quality decks at a reasonable price. We're licensed and insured, provide exceptional customer service, design help, and we'll work with the materials you want. Strength, durability, beauty. Decks done differently, built by Nelson Exteriors. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
When it comes to buying a vehicle, the name to remember is Jim Ellis Automotive. Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. As Georgia's largest family-owned dealer group, we offer car shoppers unmatched advantages, starting with access to more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned and pre-owned vehicles. With 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta and 17 top automotive brands, we have the selection you want and competitive pricing to fit your budget. But more importantly, we've made the buying process quick, easy, and convenient with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Visit one of our state-of-the-art showrooms for a top-tier customer service experience or shop from the comfort of home. Browse our entire inventory of more than 5,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs, calculate your payment, apply for financing, and even start your trade-in process online. It's car buying on your terms. And don't forget, Jim Ellis buys cars too. It's a safe and easy way to get maximum value for your car. To get started, visit JimEllis.com. Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Let's see, January, February, March, then it was hot, then it was hot again, then it rained, then it was hot, then it was hotter. That makes this September, and football is back, and you shouldn't have to flip a coin on watching the game or keeping your home comfortable this season. Dave Baker here for Coolray Heating and Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Right now, to keep your house comfortable, Coolray is offering 12 months, 0% interest financing, and free installation with the purchase of a complete Carrier system. You know how proper installation is like a sidekick for your HVAC, keeping cool air in and hot air out. but maybe your HVAC system is already running up the score. Mr. Plumber, a Coolray company, is also offering $100 off any plumbing service. From aging water heaters to clogged drains, Mr. Plumber has you covered. So say hello to cool comfort and smooth flowing plumbing all season long. Call now or visit Coolray.com to schedule your appointment today. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Do you have an unused vehicle sitting in your driveway? Imagine turning it into a new beginning. When you donate your car, truck, or van to Tommy Nobis Center, you're helping people with disabilities get the training and support they need to enter the workforce and build successful careers. Your vehicle donation fuels real change, giving people a chance to achieve independence and purpose. And it's easy. We'll handle everything from pickup to paperwork. Plus, it's tax deductible. Donate today at TommyNobisCenter.org. Make a difference, one vehicle at a time.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, a teen driver is sentenced in a deadly crash in Woodstock last year that killed 2 of his friends and injured 2 others.
At a standing room only hearing, 19-year-old Oliver Roman of Powder Springs is sentenced to 20 years with a first year in jail after entering a non-negotiated guilty plea to several charges, including first-degree homicide by vehicle. At the time of the crash, Cherokee County Sheriff's Captain Jay Baker told us speed was a factor.
We just can't urge enough for all motorists to slow down, but especially when you've got a teenager that's inexperienced.
Prosecutors say Roman was going 90 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone with 14 passengers. One of the victims had just celebrated his 18th birthday. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
78 degrees in Atlanta. Hit-or-miss rain showers tonight. Wind is cooler, drier air arrive. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Authorities in DeKalb County discover a body after a welfare check.
The man's body was discovered Tuesday from a marshy area near Clifton Springs Road in DeKalb County. The victim's mom had asked police for a welfare check Monday evening after she said she dropped her adult son off to go fishing in the area last Saturday. When she hadn't heard from him 9 days later, she called police. Officers discovered a small kayak canoe-type boat flipped over in the lake. A drone located the body underwater, and a dive team recovered the victim. His remains are now at the medical examiner's office to determine a cause of death. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
Time is running out to avoid a government shutdown. The clock ticking toward a midnight deadline with lawmakers on both sides blaming each other and no deal in sight. Georgia's business community braces for the impact of a shutdown.
Georgia Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Chris Clark says stability is critical for businesses and the state's economy to thrive. And a government shutdown in D.C. will have far-reaching impacts across industries in the state.
Our state's economy is so broad, everything from poultry to research and development. And all of those things are impacted by the federal government. And we did see impacts, particularly in the ag industry last time and then in the small business sector.
He's calling on members of Georgia's congressional delegation to move quickly to avoid a shutdown before tonight's deadline. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Operation Watchful Eye targets sex offenders in Georgia. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office issues 7 arrest warrants. The statewide effort is meant to make sure sex offenders are living where they say they are. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office says it goes beyond state standards, conducting at least 4 checks a year plus this sweep. A Decatur cemetery that created waves with a rezoning proposal to add a crematory goes before the DeKalb County Commission today.
After community members near Washington Memorial Gardens expressed strong opposition to a crematory, co-owner Timothy Amui and his wife scaled back the request to just adding funeral home services. The nearly 80-year-old cemetery has been their family business for decades.
It's been in my wife's family since the 1980s. We own more than one, and we're investing money back into them to make them beautiful places and to continue to offer the community the services they want.
Their request did receive support from the Planning Commission earlier this month. A vote is expected at today's board hearing. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
The USDA announces millions of dollars in federal funding will be given to Georgia for Hurricane Helene recovery.
The state of Georgia will be receiving a little over $531 million in block grant funds to help address losses from Hurricane Helene that we sustained just over a year last year.
Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper says the money will cover future economic infrastructure and timber losses caused by the storm. As part of National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, Atlanta Public Schools is highlighting a new initiative to help students work through mental or emotional challenges they may be experiencing.
It's important to not internalize negative emotions and feelings because that turns into negative actions, whether that is self-harm where they're taking it for your own life. And my school school. We've gone through losses because of mental health.
Drew Charter High School senior Layla Shannon says Talk It Out is a free, confidential text line only for students in grades 6 through 12. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Sounding the travel advisory between Hateville and Forest Parkville. Crash 75 southbound past Forest Parkway, exit 237. 2, at times 3 left lanes are blocked, and it has absolutely cooked that ride almost back to Cleveland Avenue. Go ahead and take Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, Highway 1941, or work your way over to I-675 southbound. Those are some good alternates to get you around that. It's also had a negative impact on 285 eastbound, the outer loop around the airport, with that ride jammed up back to I-85. With a look at the ride through downtown Atlanta, it's Kobe Dawkins.
And 7585 northbound, seeing the brake lights pack in just before University Ave, making your way around the Grady Hospital curve. 85 southbound, seeing the heavy volume beginning at the Georgia 400 merge, stretching to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with a few hit or miss rain showers moving through the late night hours, drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 83. Cooler, drier air moving in on Thursday with sunny skies. Morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78. Friday and Saturday, partly cloudy with morning lows in the mid-50s, daytime highs in the mid-70s.
Storm Tracker radar shows spotty rain showers now moving from north to south across metro Atlanta. It's 80 in Decatur, 78 in Douglasville, 79 in Peachtree City. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with this hour's keyword for the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. This hour's keyword is stacks. S-T-A-C-K-S, stacks. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win $1,000. Again, that keyword is S-T-A-C-K-S, stacks.
We line up those stacks of cash.
There you go. That's your sentence. That's your sentence right there. Did you hear that? That's Jerry Yamamoto. He's really good at this whole sentence thing.
Fat stacks of cash.
No, not in the military.
Oh,
No more fatties.
Yeah, no more fat.
Well, he told the generals they couldn't be fat either.
Yeah, a lot of Schwarzkopf was fat.
Yeah, it's like he's telling these old generals, like, we can't have fat generals walking through the halls of the Pentagon. It's like, is there an age where this stuff? He's making them do a physical therapy thing twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
But does that apply to you if you're like a 68-year-old general?
It can't.
Maybe.
It can't. You can't.
Well, maybe we should ask somebody who might know a little more than us, because it is time for the
look at that seg.
Huh? Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Wow.
Stop throwing
Bravo.
the flowers.
General
Thank you.
Crane.
General Crane.
It is time for the Bill Crane brain drain. General Crane, are you there?
I am. Good evening, gentlemen.
Thank you.
At ease.
Did you notice?
ease.
Did you notice that the Hegseth 800 General thing, that they had the backdrop from the opening scene in Patton behind him? I don't know if anybody else is noticing this, but it's
There is a large flag that actually has resided in Georgia for a number of years. Johnny Isaac and Newt Gingrich used to use it for their campaign backdrop, so I think it's made its way to Washington, D.C.
There we go.
I understand stuff.
It's a good backdrop. Only a non-patriotic soul would be against that backdrop. So what do you think of all this? Calling these 800 people here basically to tell them, no more fat people, and we're going to have a male standard of fitness. And that basically, the way that I read that, Bill, is that if you're a woman, you can be in combat, but you have to attain exactly the same level that is the male standard, and there's no other standard. Am I reading that correctly?
From what I saw of Secretary of Defense Hegseth's remarks, that's, and in his prior interviews, he was against women in combat roles. He was in favor and supportive of having women in the military, but not on the front lines. I think this is a way of getting at that. I don't know that it'll stand up in court. The generals thing I found quite amusing, given our commander-in-chief could stand to perhaps get on a scale and perhaps look at something along the lines of Weight Watchers.
That's true. Although he's not a general, so I guess he's exempt. Do you think that they'll? He said Hegseth said that all the generals are going to have to do the whatever the PT, the physical therapy exam is, twice a year. Do you think there's going to be like a cutoff? Like how old? Are there 72-year-old? Yeah, there are 72-year-old generals, right? I mean, like, are they going to have to go through boot camp?
Think of you referenced George Patton. Think of George Patton or Dwight Eisenhower at the time, or Admiral Nimitz at the time that they were commanders of World War II. They were strategists. They were not line soldiers or Marines. They weren't taking the beaches at Normandy. I
wonder. I
hope it's hyperbole. Now, I will say, having battle commanders take regular physical examinations to make sure that they are, their heart is sound, they're of sound mind and body. I don't think that's an unreasonable ask. But having standards that to meet the enlisted personnel standards, that to me would be ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to ask yourself, whatever test that they're giving the older generals, you got to first say, well, would Dwight Eisenhower in his day, would he have been able to pass this test? If the answer is no, then we need to lower it for the higher age. But I will say this, Bill, I think with this administration, they're always going to go hard with everything they do. And so there's probably some things in the details that I would disagree with, some of the cultural stuff, maybe don't have to be so mean about. That's the way that I look at it. But I do believe that when it comes to the military, we shouldn't really be dealing with all of this cultural stuff all the time. Those I believe that for the most part, those battles need to be fought outside of the military, and then once those battles are decided, then they can go into the military. I don't think the military itself is a good place to kind of play out all this DEI stuff. We want to train the best warriors, right?
We do, but the U.S. military was the first major institution of the United States, even ahead of the schools, to be integrated. The U.S. military was the first to recognize that women could bring certain roles, not just to playing Betsy Ross or, the Florence Nightingale on the field and creating the Red Cross. I was mixing up the flag and the Red Cross.
Yes.
But could play a role in espionage, could play a role in the CIA. So I don't want to go completely turn the clock back to World War II, but I will acknowledge that the Trump administration stylistically makes bold, brash statements, and then oftentimes the reality that comes to fore, that becomes an executive order, becomes public policy, is more reasoned and reasonable. But when I heard the beginning of Secretary Hegseth's remarks that we, the Defense Department, have become the woke department, and kind of where he started out, I can't say that I was surprised, but I can say it struck me odd, because it was considerable expense to bring all these military leaders of all 6 service branches into D.C., into Quantico, to be there all at the same time, not to mention the fact that those people have schedules and lives and calendars and training exercises as well. So if it was basically for media consumption, which it looked like it was at the beginning,
what the flag was for.
What's happening. Yeah, a bit over the top.
Yeah, I wonder.
There's no way they only met for that. There's no way.
Trump being over the top?
Well, I'm sure that, and Jared brings up maybe there are side meetings going on. I was worried about was they were going to be put in a room and said, look, we need to go to war with China. Let's get ready. We got to go to war with Venezuela. Find I thought it would, and I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't having some other meetings that have to do with hot spots around the world. They do have them all in one place. Now, I do wonder, now with all the generals in one place, like, who's running things? Is this like the greatest day for a lieutenant, a corporal? I'm
in charge of SATCOM.
Well, there was a great theory that Hitler espoused, and even that most corporations, you don't put all your leadership in one room in one building at the same time. I mean,
supposedly,
Cox Media Group's parent company had a bunch of executives all flying in a helicopter one day that went down together.
Wow.
You make a great target. Having all of your military leadership in one, and if Iran did that, or any number of our other enemies in the world, guess what? That building would probably be blown sky high. But when I heard about the announcement, and picking up on our conversation last week during the brain drain, I was thinking of all the attacks that have been going on to our telecommunications and electric infrastructure, and I thought it was kind of a heads up. We may have more of these, not just here, but overseas, and you can do just as much damage if you take out the underseas lines that connect the continents, etc. I thought that's what this was about.
So really, actually, what we're getting to here is, and this is speculation, but there was a show that was put on in front of the flag and that we're all talking about. But there is a chance that with 800 of these generals in one place, after the cameras get turned off, we start talking about more specific kind of theater-centric hotspots around the world, and
war theater, not theater in the performative sense, but one would hope. One would certainly hope.
As long as you have them all there. I mean, telling them they can't be fat anymore is one thing, and as Tim Andrews brings up, Schwarzkopf was not a skinny fella, and he was a hero in America for a very long time.
You know, at the time, neither was General Colin Powell. He did slim down later for the next war, but
that's right. He was a bit heavy in that first war. So that's probably what went on.
No, what happened was I made all the fatties do push-ups, and if they couldn't, they were gone.
They're gone. I will say this: it's rather nuanced, but I do have it's my own. I've thought about this for a few years. I've mentioned it before. Is that when you have a volunteer army, military, that and only like 2%, a little over 2% of families are military families. I do think, and when I use the term woke, everybody knows what I mean. I'm not going to get in an argument. Some people say it isn't even real, but you know what I mean. And all of that stuff, I think, wasn't good because you have families, military families, where all of a sudden dad's telling the son, you know what, don't go get involved in that. It's not really it's not about soldiering anymore. And even if that's perception, it's starting to have a bit of an effect. We have like 2% of families that protect the rest of us. And I think people who go into the military, not because it's your last chance or something like that, or things aren't going well. Sometimes the military saves people in the sense that they don't have anything else going on and they go in and they find a career. But you also want to have these families that are proud of being military families over a long period of time.
Multi-generation, gold and silver star military family. And the Secret Service. I mean, in Butler, Pennsylvania, when we saw the attempt on President Trump's life as a candidate, I would not say the physical appearance of the Secret Service agents on that detail impressed me.
No, that's right. And
Not at all.
And also their response. I mean, now there was a few of them, the ones that just took him to the ground quickly, got over him. Obviously, but the Secret Service agents that were in the front, there was a Keystone Cops minute there where you think to yourself, don't these people drill for this all the time? Like, and it seemed like they were surprised by it. And that's a good call right there, because it's the same sort of thing. You can't be making decisions in the military or the Secret Service based on anything other than competence. And that's nothing against people. Yeah. I can't do it. I'm not competent.
Abilities in the proven areas of need. Right. And and again, I think the corporate sector should be that way, but I do understand why we have affirmative action and some of the other programs to level the playing field. But I do agree with you in law enforcement, public safety, military personnel, that you need to put more emphasis on the physical and mental cognitive abilities to handle situations at hand, to perform quickly, to make decisions, to know, to be trained,
and absolutely
to know what actions to take.
And absolutely, people should know that I would not be competent at that. And not because I'm 61. I wouldn't have been competent at it when I was 40. Not everybody can do every job. All right, hold on just a moment. Bill, Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 75 in Clayton County.
Yeah, what a mess down here south of the airport, Eric. It's a crash. Wasn't two left lanes. Now it's kind of widely scattered on 75 South, past Forest Parkway, exit 237. Two left lanes are blocked. Then about 20 feet past that, two right lanes are blocked. So traffic kind of bobbing and weaving around that. I would definitely recommend using Highway 1941, Highway 54 Jonesboro Road, or I-675 southbound as some alternates. And it's had a very negative impact on 285 eastbound, the outer loop getting around the airport with that ride stacked in with brake lights all the way back to I-85. Traffic brought to you by Blindster.com. Blindster.com is a family business making custom blinds, shades, and shutters. Give them a try and see why over 1 million windows have trusted Blindster. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
When the news matters to you.
FAA says the flight crew was reporting possible smoke in the flight deck.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
Beef prices are going up.
Your 24/7 news source.
They had no ties to a gang, but they were killed by
When
them.
you need the story, all you need to do is listen. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and move when you're ready. Mark Spain Real Estate has more than 13,000 five-star reviews, so you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in, we'll work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com. Click on Portfolio X-Ray or click on Full Retirement Plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Ashley Frasca, host of Green and Growing for Atlanta's premium sod supplier, NG Turf. Get farm fresh, high-quality sod, including Zeon, Zoysia, and Tiff Tough Bermuda, delivered direct from NG Turf, your premium sod provider. ngturf.com.
At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family owned and operated since 1982 because love deserves a legacy. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, passing through 20 master artisans before it reaches your hands. With free cleanings for life and the best financing terms in Georgia, we make every deal count. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or visit us at SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment.
I don't know why you would like me to. I've got so many things to do here. First of all, I have to remind people of this hour's keyword for the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. That is STACKS, stacks. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win $1,000. He's pointing to the empty chair, meaning Bill Crane, saying,
There you go.
and have Bill Crane tell people how they can get more Bill Crane before we go to the next story.
Go online, type in Bill Crane, CSI Crane, or Bill Crane One Man's Opinion. You'll find quite a few options, news, including WSBradio.com to access One Man's Opinion, and soon WSBTV.com. as well as about 90 other outlets statewide. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and pretty much all the socials.
Very quickly, YouTube has agreed to pay $24.5 million to settle a 2021 lawsuit that President Trump brought against the company and its chief executive over its suspension of Trump's account after the January 6th stuff went down. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Very quickly on that, as bad as things were back then, I did think it was wrong to take down the accounts of a sitting president, and he was only going to be in there for a couple more weeks. But what do you think of this?
Facebook and others suspended Trump's accounts at the time, not just him, but many people who were supporting various versions of election conspiracies.
Yeah.
I think the courts did the right thing, and they're settling out because they would have probably lost in court. And now we can understand why the president doesn't need to collect salary, because he just keeps collecting these legal fees.
He's doing a thing now. Like, I don't even understand what this is. He made a deal with Pfizer, which is fine.
Trump RX.
Well, a lot of it is going to be for Medicare and everything, where we're going to get most favored nation status with the prices, and I think most people are for that. But then there's going to be this website called Trump RX, where people can go and directly find a cheap drug. Can the president sign a deal between the president and this company without? Doesn't he represent the government? Is that a personal thing? Does it go away after he's president? I'm confused.
I would say that that's a violation of the emoluments clause of the U.S. Constitution if he's in any way compensated, and even if he's not, using his name as a branding mechanism. And I would also point out there are private sector competitors like GoodRx Gold that already do that tell you what the best price is for generic and mainline prescription drugs at any number of pharmacies that are out there, whether it's CVS, Walgreens, Kroger, et cetera, that let you shop and compare prices that exist. So because he's making a big deal out of the fact he's going to lower pharmacy prices, this is kind of, in my opinion, sort of spiking the football. But where norms are concerned, this president does not care a lot about them, and so he waits for the courts of law to tell him you can't do that.
Well, here's what I care about, Bill Crane. I care about people getting, especially our old people, our seniors, getting access to cheap and affordable medicines. And if Trump RX has it for you, then I don't see the problem.
Trump pills. The emoluments.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of Trump pills.
The emoluments thing, I think, would come in with what you were talking about, the idea that it's helping his political brand every time if you're going to get these drug reduction
and
it's Trump RX.
And his corporate brand.
Yeah.
And Trump, Truth Social, Trump Properties, Trump Hotels, Trump Resorts, Trump, he doesn't have the water or the airline anymore, but he's got a lot of things with Trump's name on it.
Yeah, I like the fact that we're getting most favored nation. I'm not against everything like this. I don't think the courts are going to let this Trump RX thing. Like, if Newsom wins, does it become Newsom RX? It's a little odd, All right, Bill Crane, we really do appreciate your time. It was fun draining your brain. Have a good week.
Always a pleasure. I'm going to go do some push-ups so I can qualify for 3-star general.
There you are.
That's right, General Crane.
I'll follow you to the gates of hell, Bill Crane. Alex Williams says 75 is a mess by the airport.
Yeah, not the spot you want to be this evening, Eric. 75 southbound, this scattered crash below Forest Parkway, exit 237, and 2 left lanes, then just past that in 2 right lanes. So traffic just trying to navigate around the cones to get around it, and it has ruined the ride back to Cleveland Avenue. Take 85 south, Highway 1941, Highway 54, 675, some ways around that, and it's ruined 285 in both directions between I-85 and I-75 there through the airport tunnels. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage on any age, system, make, or model. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Well, they said it was fixed, but was it? When TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling say it's fixed, it's really fixed. That's part of how they love your home. Hey, it's Chris Chandler, and these are the folks I trust in my home because of their attention to detail, expertise, and a job done right the first time. And to back it up, TE Certified offers a lifetime workmanship warranty.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. So why settle for an ordinary engagement ring you could find almost anywhere? Well, I know a place where you can design your own custom engagement ring. Terra Fine Jewelry Company. At Terra, the styles and designs are endless, and their expert jewelers make it easy to bring your personally designed engagement ring to life. Your bride-to-be deserves more than a cookie-cutter engagement ring, so explore the vast options of custom design rings at Terra Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort, Georgia. Terra Fine Jewelry Company.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top story, no deal yet to avoid a government shutdown. Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock says he plans to vote against a 7-week extension approved by House Republicans.
And I will be voting no on that budget. I do not take any of this lightly.
President Trump blames Democrats for the stalemate.
As you know, no country can afford to pay for illegal immigration, health care for everybody that comes into the country, and that's what they're insisting. And obviously, I have an obligation to not accept that. That would affect everybody.
Majority Leader John Thune says the Senate is likely going to vote on competing proposals this afternoon. Both are expected to fail, which would lead to a partial government shutdown just after midnight. If there is a shutdown, its impact will be felt nationwide, including here in Atlanta.
This federal worker says they've come to terms with the fact that
he might be fired at any time and for any reason.
At the Atlanta Community Food Bank, this woman is getting groceries.
We need all the help that we can get.
But if a government shutdown hurts its ability to keep enough food to meet demand if more people need help, where would she go?
I really don't know.
Allison Keys, CBS News.
78 degrees in Atlanta. Rain showers moving through tonight. When does it feel a lot more fall-like? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Emotions run high in a Cherokee County courtroom as a teen driver enters a plea in a crash in Woodstock last year that killed 2 of his teen friends. 19-year-old Oliver Lewis Roman of Powder Springs was driving a car that reached speeds of more than 90 miles per hour when it crashed in the Town Lake area last January. One of the teens who died had just celebrated his 18th birthday. 2 other teen passengers suffered serious injuries. Roman enters a non-negotiated plea to 2 counts of first-degree homicide by vehicle. His 20-year sentence includes a year in jail. The DeKalb County School District hosts the first in a series of meetings tonight to discuss the future of Druid Hills High School.
County leaders pledged funds to modernize the district's oldest facility after a student-made video showing deplorable conditions went viral. They're now weighing the best approach to take. Some advocate for renovations to the school that's over 100 years old. Others call for a new building to be built on the same site, while still others want a new school to be relocated.
WSB Cheryl Castro reports tonight's meeting starts at 6 o'clock at Druid Hills High School. 2 more meetings are scheduled in October. The state Supreme Court gives a victory to those trying to regulate new development on Georgia's Sapelo Island.
Gullah Geechee residents on Sapelo Island are opposed to housing that is double the size currently on the coastal island. The state Supreme Court ruling allows a referendum to move forward aimed at restricting development on the sparsely populated island. Sapelo Island is the home of descendants of enslaved West Africans. Gullah Geechee residents say the earlier size restrictions limited the number of luxury homes and vacation getaways found in other Georgia coastal communities such as Tybee Island and St. Simons. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
New tariffs may have a negative impact on housing.
As threatened last week, President Trump ordered another round of tariffs, 10% duties on softwood timber and lumber, 25% on kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanities, and upholstered wood furniture. But some U.S. builders have warned that those tariffs could adversely impact housing affordability goals from the White House, making those homes they build more costly. That sent shares of all the big builders, including Atlanta-based PulteGroup, a little lower today. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
An out-of-this-world experience today for students at Pinecrest Academy in Cumming as they get a chance to chat with astronaut Colonel Mike Fink on board the International Space Station.
Hi, Mr. Fink. This is Henry. I once was told that we could be on Mars around 2035. Is that still a reasonable time frame? Over?
Hey, Henry, it could be you on Mars someday. You never know. Or some of your classmates.
Pinecrest, one of only 3 schools selected to talk to an astronaut via amateur radio this semester. It is now 5:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Travel advisory continues on the south side, Bill, with this widely scattered crash. Traffic squeaking by center lane here. 75 southbound below Forest Parkway, exit 237. Brake lights back to Cleveland Avenue. Highway 1941, Highway 54, I-675 south. Some alternates there. It's had a very negative impact on 285 eastbound, the outer loop, which is now slow leaving I-85, even slowing the 85 north ramp to I-285 east coming out of Union City. And we found a new crash in Lithonia. Right lane knocked out here. 20 eastbound at Turner Hill Road, exit number 75, causing some brake lights through Lithonia. In the West Freeway, 20 westbound, checking on a new slow zone in West Atlanta right around Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with a few hit or miss rain showers moving through the late night hours, drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 83. Cooler, drier air moving in on Thursday with sunny skies. Morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78. Friday and Saturday, partly cloudy with morning lows in the mid-50s, daytime highs in the mid-70s.
Spotty rain showers now on Storm Tracker radar. 79 in Covington, 78 in Hampton, 76 in Woodstock. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the easiest way to sell your home. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market, receive the strongest all-cash offer in the industry, and close in as little as 21 days. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The 28th annual Motul Petit Le Mans returns to Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta, October 8th through the 11th for 4 days of world-class sports car endurance racing and fan activities. Don't miss the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship season finale, the Fox Factory 120, and 4 additional race series throughout the weekend. Witness the best racing teams and drivers in the world, like BMW, Lamborghini, Lexus, Ferrari, Porsche, Audi, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Kids 12 and under get in free. Get yours at roadatlanta.com.
Treated unfairly by the police? George Stein, the DUI lawyer, can help. GeorgeStein.com.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
Here's a question. Maybe somebody can answer it. I have a curious mind. I don't know if you've noticed this. Sometimes I come up with questions in my mind that are really kind of apropos to nothing, but I do wonder about this one. Do fallow friendships have an expiration date? Meaning, if you were friends and like, is there a number of years that can go by where there's no contact, no texting, no meeting? Like, is there, like, let's say you have a friend, but you just haven't talked to them for like 8 years. Is there like an expiration where it's just like, okay, well, that friendship's over? Like,
like
at
after
some
like
point,
X amount of years, then it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
like
we haven't
this-
talked in 5 years. We're not friends anymore.
Is it the kind of person that you could text and go, hey, we haven't spoken in a while, and then you'll just pick up where you left off?
Well, but I'm talking about 5, 6, 7, 8
Yeah,
years.
that's
I'm not
a
talking
long
about.
time.
I'm not talking about a few weeks or a few months. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
like,
think it's over.
When should it? Probably 5 years, right? If there's no contact.
I would assume, but man, coming to mind, I talked to a buddy of mine that I had not talked to in probably 8 years, and
Yeah.
we just hit it off. We're like right where we were.
Okay, well now you've reset the friendship.
But it was 8 years, so it was over 5
So
years.
maybe it's like, you know how
It depends on the person.
You know how Facebook never really allows you to actually delete. They just put you in pause.
Yeah.
And then something happens and you have to go on Facebook and it's like, oh, hey, welcome back. So maybe it's like that. Maybe friendships can go into Facebook pause. And then
I have a friend
but
like
I do
that.
think like if it's been 5 years and there's been zero contact between either one, I think 5 years is a good place where you go, okay, it's been 5 years. You're no longer friends. Now, that doesn't mean you won't have a good time if you run into each other in the town square because you've been friends before and maybe you can reset like Jared
Yeah,
did.
but you're right, though. It's a certain amount of time the friendship's gone, and you're
Yeah.
just, oh, I knew that person, and if I see them,
Yeah.
oh, hey, remember that thing we used to do together?
Yeah, and maybe that resets the clock.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why the hell
What'd you
I think
vote
about it. Oh, now we'll get down to
Yeah.
whether or not we're allowed to be friends.
With Facebook, by the way, you just deactivate your profile. So you just deactivate your friendship, and then
Right.
when it's time to bring it back,
You activate it again.
activate it.
That's why it's not pause. It's deactivating. Jeez, it's impossible for me to just actually just totally get rid of the Facebook thing like I never did it.
You could
It's
go
not allowed.
You could go on there and manually delete everything on there.
Well, that would be insane.
That would just take forever.
I mean, how many years is that?
I used to try
Long
to
time.
delete people from it. When
Yeah.
I was going to try to make it, this is years ago, try to make it just personal, people I really knew and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a challenge. You couldn't do it. They had outside apps you could go to do it, and then Facebook shut those down.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they don't want that. They want contact.
Yeah, right.
Because somehow that leads to you buying more stuff. Or that Facebook shopping place. Is that what it's called? The
Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the shopping place. the Facebook
Oh,
shopping
that's
place.
their actual brick and mortar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You ever go to the Facebook store?
We have a lot of faces.
I remember
oh,
the-
yeah.
remember
They got
there
a
was
lot of faces. They got faces. They got books. They got everything.
We're going to the eBay store, man. That's a throwback.
The eBay store.
You remember that?
What do you go? Would they have like an auction in there? Hi, here's a.
You could take your crap in there, and they would sell it
Yeah,
for you.
that's exactly what they did. And we're taking.
Well, that's like a consignment store. It's
But
kind of the same thing.
But it
isn't
was called an eBay store.
Yeah.
And I remember like taking paintball guns to sell there, and they actually sold for a lot of money.
Yeah. Were you able to afford the pot? How much money did you get?
I think I got like 100.
Hey,
Hey, it was $100, man. $100 in high school. That went a long way.
Oh, $100 even now.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, right. It won't go a long way, but it's better to have it than not.
You can at least go on a date.
Half a tank of gas and 3 packs of smoke.
Go to Chili's on a date night.
George, it just sounds like the beginning of like a Hunter S. Thompson sort of.
We got $100. Half a tank of gas and 3 packs of smoke. Can't do him.
I asked George Clark. It sounded like Dick Nixon, actually.
Let's go.
I asked George Clark to dial up this any kind of commercial having to do with this show that starts tonight because I've seen a couple of commercials because of the football season for this this show that starts tonight called On Brand with Jimmy Fallon. And I thought, what in the hell? I mean, it's hey, here, Jimmy, here's a bunch of money. It'll take you 1 week of your life, right? I mean, it's like they is this like replacement programming? There's something for a few weeks. This is like when the game shows come around and they're on for like 4 weeks or something, right? So what is George watched it. What did you say to me, George, after you saw
the
it?
worst thing ever. It's just more branding in between your commercials. It's
Oh,
more
this has been.
commercials, yeah.
Oh, and I'll bet you that while whatever the branding thing is going on, that QR code will come up on your TV.
No, or they're going to tell you about the new latest product that you can buy. Or
But I mean, it looked to me like it was a little bit like Shark Tank.
yeah, it is a bit like that. So Fallon creates a mock marketing agency. 10 contestants compete to craft campaigns, jingles, ads, activations for real brands. Like
Oh,
Samsung.
familiar.
Oh my God!
Samsung,
It sounds familiar,
Sounds quite familiar. I may have to sue.
but it looks to me like this is on overdrive. You're talking about The Apprentice, and with The Apprentice, they would work in real brands. Like, you've got to come up with a thing for Hawaiian King's bread, whatever. But it sounds to me like this is going to be on steroids.
Right.
It's just going to be brand after brand after brand after brand. Do you have the TV commercial so we can sort of figure out? Do you have it? He says you have it.
I do not have
you see it. He's pointing at you, and you're pointing at him.
I love advertising. I love coming up with ideas. That's why I started the On Brand Agency, to find the next big innovator.
Started it because
It's gonna be
NBC
so cool.
said they were paying you.
10 everyday Americans to create billboards, taglines, and commercials for
I love
real
it.
brands.
Oh,
We're going to get ideas to drive big sales. We want a catchy jingle.
Wow, this is this is such a sellout.
It's insane.
So these are brands that my guess is NBC already has relationships with, and this is now what would you call in sales added value.
Yeah.
So NBC is getting sales for their shows and whatever, and now the sales team can also go out and say, look, for a little bit more, we get the added value. We'll get you on the Jimmy Fallon show, and we'll have a bunch of rubes try to come up with a billboard campaign with your with your logo all over. Am I wrong?
Anything for the peacock, right? Anything for the peacock.
Anything at all. And here's the thing. It's great timing because I don't know if you've noticed this or not. Not enough advertising in America these days. I'm finding there's a large hole I'd like to be filled by more advertising.
I won't lie. It does sound kind of fun to be on, though.
Well, sure.
Little jingles and
Well,
taglines and
yeah.
stuff.
Because now are
We
they
should
going
submit the doctrine.
Are they going to be?
Oh, it's a great radio show. I love it.
Is it going to be dummies, or is it going to be like I worked for an advertising agency for 15 years? Is it going to be that kind of
I
thing?
think that's exactly what it's going to be like.
I want it to be like just people.
Yeah.
Oh, I like lemons.
Almost like a bar rescue or something.
Them some good beans. Them some good beans.
I want to compete.
Genius. So the ratings will be. Nobody's going to watch this, right? It's not going to matter because it's added value. That's all it is. It's a 1 hour commercial with some games in it.
I think it'll be a hit.
What time is it on TV?
Television?
Yeah.
When you say TV, you mean television?
What time does it air?
It's like 8 tonight or something. I think it's prime time.
Well, if it's early, then you won't get the boomers. Boomers are like, they'll fall asleep around 9, then it's on. That's how all those CBS shows do so well. The ones that we've never watched.
I think this is going to be kind of pushed toward the millennials. Not the Gen Zers. They're not interested in anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 nights, Tuesdays and Fridays.
Whoa. Ooh,
Tuesdays at 10.
Same brand time, same brand channel.
Friday at 8.
All right. Well, looking forward to it. I bet you it's going to. Asked and answered. I just saw it. What in the hell is this? Now I know it's added value sales for clients of NBC.
Jimmy loves advertising.
Oh, it's all about Jimmy. Jimmy says, I started this. But no, you started it because NBC came to you and said, hey, we got a little more money for you if you'll do this. I'm very advertiser friendly.
I love it.
Do you love it?
Yeah, it's great. I love advertising. It's so fantastic. Everything's great. I love it, love it, love it. Money, money, money.
Sounds like a great show. Alex Williams says 75 is a parking lot through Hapeville.
Yeah, it's been a rough afternoon on the south side, Eric, and that continues. Travel advisory, this crash, 75 southbound past Forest Parkway, exit 237. Looks like a crash and maybe an investigation going on here. Only a center lane squeezing by this, and it is nothing but brake lights looking just like a parking lot all the way back to Cleveland Avenue. People even bailing off trying to take 85 south. You can also use Highway 1941, Highway 54, which is Jonesboro Road, or I-675 southbound. Elsewhere, if you're traveling downtown, it is also very slow starting out of Buckhead on 400 south from Lenox Road. 75 stacks in before you get to Howell Mill, Northside Drive. Those delays continue down to I-20. And northbound, not any better. 75-85 northbound's a brake light battle from University Avenue, making your way up past Peachtree, Pine Street. From the Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
This might become a travel advisory. Yeah, they're in 2 left lanes.
Depend on us.
See some delays if they shut that ramp down.
Make sure you get where you need to be on time.
Jam starting at Langford Parkway, getting past Spring Street.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
WSB Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family owned and operated since 1982 because love deserves a legacy. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, passing through 20 master artisans before it reaches your hands. With free cleanings for life and the best financing terms in Georgia, we make every deal count. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or visit us at SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Hi, I'm Deborah Morton, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate, right here on 95.5 WSB. If you listen to my show each Saturday, we cover Atlanta's housing market and all things real estate related. So, whether you're buying your dream home or selling your current one, hiring the right agent is essential. The Agency Atlanta is the iconic brokerage that is revolutionizing real estate worldwide. We pair global resources with decades of hyper-local Atlanta market expertise to deliver results. If you're selling your home, we'll help you showcase your property and maximize your return. If you're buying, we'll guide you through every step to secure the perfect home for your lifestyle. Either way, we would love to earn the privilege of being your agent. So, if you're looking for that perfect Buckhead bungalow, that Alpharetta estate, an in-town condo, or suburban bliss, visit InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MetaShare. Maybe you've heard joining MetaShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MetaShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network, so yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
I learned something today. This is why it's good to read. Out of nowhere, I learned something. And I think I haven't been able to put it into practice yet. I think it's going to help me in my life. I read an article, and it was called something like The Proper Way to Scratch an Itch. And it turns out I learned so much about, I knew it, it's histamine and all that kind of stuff and what's going on. But when you scratch it, there's a weird thing. An itch is the same nerves in the same center. It's coming from the same place that pain does. And so if you itch too much, you almost get sucked into this vortex of you're just itching and itching and itching and itching. and then you cause your skin damage. So the advice was to use either rub it rather than using your fingernails. Either rub the itch, or you don't even have to rub. You don't have to actually be on the itch. Did you know that? I learned that today too, because the signals are coming to the area where the itch is. So if you rub near it, you can cut those signals off. So if you're rubbing using your fingers, you're not using your nails, you're not scratching your skin, causing that kind of damage. And they also said you could use a light paintbrush.
Won't that just tickle you?
Well, not if you itch, I don't think. But might be kind of a distraction. This is a very interesting article that I read. And this is what I do. Do you think the audience is going to... They don't have time to find out how to properly scratch an itch. That's why I do the homework
Well,
for
it's
them.
important that we share this because my son has some mosquito bites on his feet, and he's digging at him, so I'm going to do that tonight, teach him how to do that.
Yeah, just rub it or get like a little light paintbrush. Not like for your house, but like if you were doing
a roller.
But I learned a lot that I've you know how my brain works. I read it at 11:30 this morning. I've already forgotten half of it, but I'm still retained a little bit of what I read. And
it makmakes sense.
Yeah.
Does it only apply on the arms or
no, anywhere, scratching any itch.
What if you got one?
Well, just don't let somebody else use the paintbrush after you're done.
What if I like that?
Well, we're all into different things, sir. So I only talking specifically about the itch itself.
Will a toothbrush work?
Now, 2 bristles are too much. You need a light.
Okay.
Or also just try rubbing or rub near it, where you can cut off the signals that go there.
I just did it, and it worked.
Did you have an itch?
I have a mosquito bite right
Oh,
there.
you sure do. Yeah, was I right?
Yeah.
Well, not me. Was the article right?
Yeah, the article is correct.
It was like Scientific American, and I'm an American, and that's the kind of science that I...
Yeah, but sometimes it feels so good.
Whatever happened to my WSB?
I don't trust them. They've been touting the flying car for 100 years.
It is true. It is never going to happen, by the way.
Sometimes...
There's never going to be a flying car.
No.
When are people going to accept it? There's never going to... We're not even going to be driving the cars on the ground.
Sometimes, guys, I know that this article is trying to help people out by telling you to scratch near it, and it's okay, and it helps, scramble the signal. Sometimes there's nothing better than just picking that scab off, especially if it's a little bit loose. Sometimes there's nothing better.
Blood
you ever
dripping.
Notice it's like almost slightly erotic. Like when you're digging into your ears with a Q-tip.
Oh, yeah. I know. Well, it's so bad. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but it feels so good.
Oh, this feels good. I'm bad. We'll tear you up. Alex Williams says 75 is a no-go zone south of the city.
Just one of the worst rides I've seen in a while on the south side, Eric. With 75 south, nothing but brake lights and standstill traffic from Cleveland Avenue down to this crash where they're squeaking by in a center lane past Forest Parkway. It's got 285 east slow back to 85. That's having a negative impact on 85 north, with that ride almost slowing back toward Flat Shoals. If you need to get down toward Forest Park, use Highway 1941, Highway 54, Moreland Avenue, or I-675 are some good alternates there. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Do you have an unused vehicle sitting in your driveway? Imagine turning it into a new beginning. When you donate your car, truck, or van to Tommy Nobis Center, you're helping people with disabilities get the training and support they need to enter the workforce and build successful careers. Your vehicle donation fuels real change, giving people a chance to achieve independence and purpose. And it's easy. We'll handle everything from pickup to paperwork. Plus, it's tax deductible. Donate today at TommyNobisCenter.org. Make a difference, one vehicle at a time.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Gas South Convention Center to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source, this weekend at the Gas South Convention Center. Get tickets at atlantafranchiseshow.com.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you can trust us to bring happiness home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
This is Monica Pearson from My Plumber Superior Plumbing. The owner, Jay Cunningham, has been serving Atlanta for almost 40 years. They are Atlanta's plumber. Most other plumbing companies have been purchased by private equity conglomerates. Superior Plumbing is entrenched in the community, but the reason I chose Superior Plumbing is that they respect your time with on-time appointments and quality work done right the first time.
Superior, the honest one. Call 770-4222.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, an emotional day in a Cherokee County courtroom as a teen driver learns his fate for a deadly crash that killed 2 of his friends.
The victims' families share their grief with the court, and the 2 survivors describe the lasting effects of their injuries as 19-year-old Oliver Roman of Powder Springs is sentenced for the January 2024 crash in the Town Lake area. Captain Jay Baker with the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office described the scene at the time.
It does appear that speeding was a contributing factor in this accident.
While Roman did enter a non-negotiated guilty plea, the judge sentenced him to 20 years with just the first 12 months in jail. He'll also have to surrender his driver's license. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
77 degrees in Atlanta. Rain showers tonight, drying out by morning. Wind is cooler, drier air arrive. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. DeKalb County Police recover the body of a man who had gone fishing last week.
Authorities say a woman called in to ask for a welfare check on her adult son, telling officers she dropped him off last Saturday near the lake off Clifton Springs Road to go fishing, but hadn't heard from him since. When police checked out the area, they found a kayak canoe-type boat overturned in the lake. Officers used a drone to locate the man's body in a marshy area, then dive team members recovered him. His remains were taken to the DeKalb County Medical Examiner's Office to determine a cause of death. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
The clock is ticking toward a government shutdown tonight. Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock says he's voting against a spending plan passed by House Republicans.
Government does important work for us every single day. And it's too bad that we've seen attacks on federal workers from this administration over the last 9 months.
President Trump says Democrats want to shut it down, so he has no choice but to lay off federal workers.
A lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things.
Without a deal, the partial shutdown takes effect just after midnight. With no deal in sight to prevent the shutdown, Georgia businesses are worried about the impact it's going to have here.
Businesses love certainty. We like knowing exactly what the rules are so we can follow those and be good corporate citizens. But in light of this, just the unknowns here, it's hard to do that, and it's hard to make those decisions. So we just relay that to the members of Congress.
Georgia Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Chris Clark says many industries in the state will be affected by a shutdown, especially, he says, companies who are working under government contracts. Georgia farmers are getting money from the federal government.
The USDA has announced that millions of dollars in federal funding will be given to Georgia for Hurricane Helene recovery.
The state of Georgia will be receiving a little over $531 million in block grant funds to help address losses from Hurricane Helene that we sustained just over a year last year.
That's Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper. He says the money will cover future economic, infrastructure, and timber losses caused by the storm. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Operation Watchful Eye targets sex offenders in Georgia. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office says it's issued 7 arrest warrants. The statewide effort is meant to make sure that sex offenders are living where they say they are. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office says it goes beyond state standards, conducting at least 4 checks a year plus this sweep. As part of Suicide Prevention Month, Atlanta Public Schools is promoting Talk It Out, a free phone service for students seeking help that launched earlier this year.
Is a phone number that Atlanta Public School students can text with a school code, and they will be talking to a licensed therapist on the other end. This is 24/7.
High school senior Brooke Smith says students can reach out if they're stressed about school, a breakup, home life, or any other concern. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines and Spanx are joining forces to design a collection of travel wear. Delta's chief marketing officer says the joint partnership will create clothes designed for travelers who love to explore the world in style. The collection is now on sale on the online Delta shop. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team traffic starts now in the 24-hour traffic center with Alex Williams.
Boy, I'm feeling for my friends on the south side this afternoon, Bill. 75 southbound is gridlocked from Cleveland Avenue, leaving downtown all the way down to this crash. They still have not even considered moving. Looks like investigation underway. I see them taking pictures just below Forest Parkway. 2 left lanes are blocked, and then just past it, 2 right lanes are impacted, so cars bobbing and weaving around the cones out, protecting this crash. Now, avoid it at all costs. Highway 1941, which is Terre Boulevard, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, some good alternates. 675 south will get you around it, but it's slow as well. It's even affecting 85 northbound out of Union City, with those delays starting at Flat Shoals, just trying to get up to the slow south side perimeter. Heads up out in Lithonia, got a crash blocking the right lane, I-20 eastbound at Turner Hill Road, exit 75, causing brake lights to Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. From the Corday Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening, with a few hit-or-miss rain showers moving through the late night hours. Drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 83. Cooler, drier air moving in on Thursday with sunny skies. Morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78. Friday and Saturday, partly cloudy with morning lows in the mid-50s, daytime highs in the mid-70s.
As we check out Storm Tracker radar this hour, we are seeing some scattered rain showers, predominantly now on the north side of the metro area, and those storms are moving from the north to the south. It is 76 in Milton, 75 in Snellville, 81 in College Park. More news at 6:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That is correct, Bill Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And just like all of you, I'm just wondering to myself, what the hell does 6-7 mean? What are these kids talking about?
It don't make no sense.
It's never happened before that kids had a language that adults didn't understand. This is all new to us. 6-7. I think I'm starting to like 6-7 because it's like it can mean, it's like aloha. It can mean goodbye, hello, get the hell out of here. We're glad you're here. We'd rather you leave. Like 6-7 can be like, the way that I look at it is it can be, I don't know. It could be whatever. It could be, there's not much difference anyway. Isn't that really what it should come down to? 6-7.
There's a line in Austin Powers where he goes, it's all 6s and 7s.
Well, that's not where this came from. This came from Skrillex and a song called Doot Doot. All right, don't laugh. We haven't heard the song. It may be a great song.
It's not Skrillex, it's Skrilla.
Oh, I'm sorry. Skrillex is your boy.
Skrillex is EDM, Skrilla is rap.
Right. And also, I believe Skrilla in rap has not been accused of the things that Skrillex in EDM has been.
Skrillex is clean. They should do a collab.
I'm getting confused with somebody.
Bass Nectar is the one that was accused, and actually Bass Nectar has been found completely innocent.
Oh, good.
Okay, he better be, because you know me, I'm a friend of the ladies.
Yes.
And I'm not going to allow my eardrums to hear things. That's why I dropped that Katy Perry, because she's with that Dr. Shock or whatever his name is.
Dr. Luke.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I can't abide that.
I can't, no. Because are you kidding me? I'm married to a lady.
And Katie's talented. I don't know what she's doing with that guy.
I don't know why she'd be. So, of course,
Yeah,
when I
6-7.
choose my entertainment, 6-7. Yeah.
He'll listen to her talk about being an astronaut.
6-7. Is she an astronaut?
6-7.
Now, when reading about this, I don't have. My grandchildren are still a little bit. The oldest is turning 4, so still a little bit below the radar line of what kids are saying. So I haven't been around and heard kids say this. I just read it. Now every time I read about it, they say it in a sing-songy manner. So do you know what that was, George? Do you know what?
6, 7.
Is that how it is?
I think
6, 7. That's not the way I'm going to do it, kids. I'm going to go 6, 7. I think I got it better.
There's
I'm
a
an old
little
man.
to it.
6, 7.
Yeah.
Is it like a baker's dozen?
Well, you know that's 13.
I know.
But you know that. I mean, that's definitive.
A baker's it depends on what neighborhood your bakery's in. Sometimes it's 11.
I think they're on 6,
It's
7.
like, hey, baker's dozen, kid. Shut up. Get the hell out of here.
11, 13.
Yay.
I think they're between 6 and 7th Street.
Hey, do you want to do I'm a this, I'm a that?
Well, we only did one story yesterday, so of course.
I like doing I'm a this. Do we love?
I'm a this, I'm a that.
Oh, look, he's woken up a little bit. There we go.
I had a little nap.
Okay, I figured something out. I think I figured something out. It's speculation. I had an epiphany today when I was watching. It was under one of those things in the Oval Office. Trump's sitting down. All the people are standing around him. And if you remember the first administration, I don't remember that scene all that much. Like in the second administration, Trump sitting and everybody else standing around him in the Oval Office is kind of the thing. And I thought, I think I know why. I saw it today and I'm like, he is almost 80, right? And he's not going to make the Biden mistake. So rather than when the cameras come in and he has to stand with everybody else, he's not going to, I'm just not going to wobble around up there like Biden did. Because look, you can love the guy, you can not love the guy, whatever you think about Trump. We know his age, and we know what that age looks like for most people. So that's the thing. Now maybe I'm wrong. Do we go back to the first administration? Was there a lot of these scenes where he's sitting at the table and everybody's standing around him?
He lorded over everybody.
Right, because it for a while, remember in the very beginning when it was just Elon and we didn't know that every meeting was to be like this? Remember it was like, oh, it's Elon is the real president. He's got the real
shadow
power. You
president.
don't look like you're in power. Like you don't look like the most powerful person in the room when you're sitting down. So that's my speculation, is that he's thinking about the imagery of it all, and he doesn't want to look like an old man standing there for 15 minutes. That's my speculation. And one of the only people, by the way, on talk radio who will point out that what he just said was speculation. So I'm not saying it's the truth. I'm saying, let's face it, I'm almost always right about these things.
You just hate him. I know. You all liberals hate him.
Whatever happened to my WSB? I thought once we got Trump in there a second time, I could tune in to Good Talk Radio, and no one would ever have one single solitary bad thing to say about the man for 4 years. What went wrong?
I thought that was going to be your hot take, Eric.
My hot take?
Instead of saying speculation, it's your hot take.
I don't do hot takes. Maybe I would be richer if I did hot takes. I can't stand hot takes and merch stores. You know how much richer I would be if we had a merch store? I hate them. Hey, you want them? Hey, you want a mug with the Von Hessler doctrine on it? Who doesn't?
$27.
Who doesn't?
I want one.
Well, make one.
I like a good coffee.
Don't they have that pottery place?
Well, I am opening a tea public store, so.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
The T-shirt shop.
Oh, yeah, and you should with your artwork and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell people about it here but maybe you can on your own little
social media.
Get the word out.
67.com.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong. I was having a conversation with my boss about this the other day, and I just feel I know this is stupid. Like we were just talking about On Brand with Jimmy Fallon, and that's just an hour-long commercial, and it never ends. And my feeling is I like not having a merch store. I like being the one place. Like the show is free. Hey, there's advertising, obviously, but the show costs nothing. And the podcast, obviously, version of the show costs nothing. And it seems like we live in a society where there's nothing that's actually like, everything is just like, and do you want this? What about the Von Hessler Doctrine Plus? We'll have stuff on there that no one else gets, all that kind of stuff that goes on. And then, hey, you got to go to the merch store. And isn't it nice? And I know that I'm only hurting myself and gaining nothing out of this. No one in the audience is like, oh, that's nice. But I think that I can go to my grave thinking that it is nice, that there's this free product and you listen or you don't listen, but there's nothing after that. It's not an entree to get you into the VIP club. Everything has a VIP club. And, if you want to spend a little bit more, you can have this. But I'm probably being an idiot.
So we should have.
Because we probably would sell stuff, but then I would feel like, we're just like everybody else.
We should have Von Hester Doctrine bottle service.
Bottle service?
Yeah, have a bottle service.
I don't even know what that is.
What is that?
That's where you sit at a club and
is this where the ladies come over and they grind up against you with the Grey Goose?
Exactly. See, you know what bottle service is.
Autumn doesn't live here.
Yeah. We don't have our.
We'll get George to do it.
Grey Goose lady.
George could be the Grey
George,
Goose lady.
you mind grinding up against some of the listeners with some Grey Goose?
You right amount of tip.
Okay, there we go.
Well, you have to work that to get the tip.
Yeah, that's up to
That's what
them.
I'm saying.
So the more you give, the more you
I
get.
see. Right.
It's the whore's dilemma.
The whore's dilemma. Oh my God! Wow, never heard that.
Correct. I just made it up.
Okay.
Great name for today's podcast.
All right, I'm right.
I like the idea of whore having a dilemma. Oh, well, geez. I know I do that, but whoo, I don't know about that. But so much more money.
I do need my tuition.
Yeah. If I'm ever going to be a veterinarian,
Yeah.
I have to pay for the schooling. The whore's dilemma.
And vet school's not cheap.
No. But it pays off.
In the end,
Yep.
yeah. Every stripper says they want to be a veterinarian, but in real life, how many veterinarians used to be a stripper?
Grok? Yeah, Grok.
I mean, percentage-wise, you would think, if you've ever gone through a strip club phase in your life, that 70% of veterinarians will have been former strippers. They all seem to love animals.
I do. I love dogs and cats and rats and snakes.
But if you're a good stripper and you're used to taking home the money you get for, shaking and dancing around and the pole work and all that, being a veterinarian's difficult.
Oh boy.
That's a different life. You can't get real drunk the night before, usually.
Grok
and then
says
get to work
zero.
the next day.
Well, especially nowadays, since all the veterinarian clinics are getting bought up by venture capital.
Well, everything's being bought up by,
and then they raise your rates.
Of course.
But you can buy our pet insurance that our other company has.
And then they try to make you feel so bad. It's like, well, he's got, it's incurable, but we can control it for $500 a month. And then you're like, in my mind, I'm like, well, it was a good run.
Yep.
But they're making you feel terrible. What?
I've got a friend that's giving his cat an IV every day.
I did that for 2 months.
Okay, but how old was the cat?
12.
See,
how many more years did the cat get?
1.
I love my cat.
I had to put him down during the pandemic. So
I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would.
You go get another cat that looks just like that cat.
By the way, I asked Grok how many veterinarians were formerly strippers. Grok says 0. There is no documented statistic or known cases.
Because nobody's asked the question before. Because I'm the genius who thinks of these questions. As a visionary, I am going to have many questions that are never answered because no one else had the vision to even posit the question. After calling myself a genius, I certainly hope I used the word posit correctly there. Alex Williams says 75 is gridlocked in Clayton County.
Yep, and only going to get worse now, Eric, because they have completely shut down I-75 southbound at Forest Parkway, exit 237, for this crash investigation. Traffic is now being diverted off at Forest Parkway. You cannot get farther south on 75 in Clayton County than that exit. I recommend using Highway 1941, I-675, Highway 54, Moreland Avenue, all some alternates around that. Mind you, they will be slow with everybody using them, but at least traffic is moving. Elsewhere, if you're traveling through downtown, you're seeing the brake lights still southbound from the 85-400 merge down to I-20. About 27 minutes to get there from 85-400 to I-20, and northbound brake lights from University Avenue up to Freedom Parkway. Traffic brought to you by Stone Mountain Park. It's Stone Mountain Park's biggest pumpkin festival ever with an all-new glowing pumpkin parade now through November 2nd. So much to do, so close to home. Buy tickets or book your stay at stonemountainpark.com. From the Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Eric Erickson.
Well, the other side's going
going to do it.
He knows how to push the buttons.
Therefore, we'll do it first.
That get people talking.
And I think that's a terrible way to think and to operate in the political realm.
Tomorrow at noon.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Shopping for windows and doors shouldn't feel like a full-time job.
Or like you invited someone over who never leaves.
It's Ted and Jonathan from North Georgia Replacement Windows. We offer a stress-free experience.
That means quick, accurate proposals without pressure or pricing games.
Plus, a detailed window installation that is quick, clean, and hassle-free.
Window and door shopping made simple with 0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin, replacement windows, yeah!
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Well, I checked it out, and I'm not completely and totally wrong, but I'm definitely wrong. You posit an argument. You don't really posit a question. I'm learning, you're learning. That's what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen.
That begs the question.
Why do you have to beg the question?
I don't even know what that
Don't
means.
humiliate.
I hear it all the time.
Don't humiliate yourself.
I don't know what it
No,
means.
of course you know what it means. If I say something that is a
Well,
fact,
people use it incorrectly constantly.
okay, but if I say something that is a fact,
Yes. Sky is blue.
well, that's not going to beg a question. I could say something that is a fact, and all that means is knowing that automatically I want to ask this question.
Okay.
So that thing you told me begs the question. This is about time that I should let people know that the host of the show did drop out of the 9th grade. So take anything I say about grammar or the English language with a grain of salt.
Making sure with posit, you're talking about POSIT, right? Posit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you posit an argument.
Got it.
And I had used it as if I could posit a question. Which, in my mind, I'm not completely and totally 100% nowhere near the field of play wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just wrong.
Because the second
There's a difference, right, between wrong.
There's wrong, and then there's wrong.
That's right. I'm not wrong.
Like
I'm
Whoopi,
just wrong.
Like Whoopi Goldberg once said, there's wrong,
That's
and then there's
right.
wrong,
That's
wrong.
remember, and everybody rallied to her.
Yeah.
And said, "You're absolutely correct, Whoopi."
It does say for the second definition to put into position or place. So
That's a whole sexual thing. I don't want to get into that. This is a family show.
The stripper posited.
Yeah, this is a family-friendly.
I'm just.
It
trying
begs
to
the question: is she a veterinarian? Was that proper?
Well, it
usage?
does.
Okay.
It does beg the question. Does she want to be a veterinarian?
Yeah.
Should be the question.
She goes to Brunel.
Are we going to do I'm a this, I'm a that?
I would love to.
All right, here's one from the HuffPost. They're going to call themselves Huff. You know, it's one thing.
It's HuffPo now.
Yeah, well, they call themselves HuffPost.
Okay.
Is she even still alive?
She's not involved, but I don't know
Yeah.
if she's living or dead.
When I was a kid, she was a big conservative, and then she turned into a progressive.
That's right. I was married to a very wealthy man.
Yeah, who wasn't into you, apparently.
Well, that's okay.
She's still with us, 75 years old.
Well, good for her. Here's the first I'm a. So we noticed, Jared noticed that all of a sudden there's all these articles in the news aggregators. I'm a such and such. Sometimes they'll say, you can ask me questions, or I'm a such and such, and this is why this and that. And so we just started doing I'm a this, I'm a that. Go through these. This is from HuffPost. I'm a teacher. What's so funny about that?
I'm sorry.
I'm
It's
a
going to be
teacher.
some kind of declaration. Here it comes.
Actually, I think this actually makes some sense. I'm a teacher. Not saying this one word is making young kids unteachable. And I took the time to read this article, and I think this here lady, now she's got a TikTok video. Do you want your kid's teacher to have a TikTok video? I don't know.
Well, you can private privatized parts of it so the students can't find it.
Well, no, I'm not. If she's on OnlyFans, the kid's got to have a credit card to get there.
Does she have a link tree?
So this is basically what she's saying is if the parents, before they send the kids to school, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, at home, if the parents don't say no to their kids in a definitive way where the kid understands, no, okay, I can't have it. That's a thing in my life. My parent told me. The big, tall people that I live with told me no. I can't have that. I can't do that. And if that is not something that is baked into a child's mind when they walk into the school, this teacher, even though a TikTok teacher or a teacher on TikTok, makes a good point. If your kids won't take no from you, their parent, then they will not take no from me, the teacher. So what she's trying to say, or he, I don't know, what they're trying to say is if you allow your children to run around like hooligans all day long, getting anything they want and never telling them no, guess what you're bringing to the school? Hooligans that I can't tell no, and the whole thing is chaos. And I think she's right, but I think she should probably he or she should get a different job because that ain't ever going to change because we are dealing with the first generation of adults who've come up with a term that never existed before called adulting, and they put it on T-shirts and say, I'm not adulting today. As if it's a choice once you're an adult, but you're an adult and you're adulting every single day for the rest of your life until you die, whether you like it or not. When you wear the T-shirt, you're just kind of opting out, and that tells me, I don't like this adult business. Now, I do like sex, so here I am with 4 kids, not wanting to act like an adult.
You don't give a carve out for the ones who aren't married and don't have kids?
No. You're still an adult. You still got to pay your bills. You still have to,
I live at home.
Okay, then you're an adult in 2025.
It is.
I'm not condemning people. I'm just saying, and you're being an adult can mean 9,000 different things. But the idea that you can take that off today, if you're 35, you should never want a day where you act like you're 10. You just never should. Why would it? What are you going to get? Are you going to get a lollipop and say, what are you going to do? You're not a kid.
Sometimes it's nice to kind of just let go of the adult tendencies for like a couple hours.
That's letting go and relaxing.
Yeah, just letting go, relaxing.
No. That's called being an adult. You're able to do that because you took care of all your business, and now you worked, so now you can play. And when you're playing, if you got the work done first, you're still adulting.
All right, so my work
you're
hard, play hard philosophy
That's an adult philosophy.
Okay, good.
No child said, I'm not childing today.
I gotta pay the taxes, Dad.
Yeah, give it to me. I'll drive the car, and I'll pay the taxes. Alex Williams says there's a red light alert on 75 South in Clayton County.
Yeah, it is nothing but red brake lights trying to get down to this red alert, Eric. They've now shut down all lanes for this investigation. 75 southbound traffic diverted off at Forest Parkway, exit 237. So a lot of people hopping on that Highway 85 interchange. Yeah, it's pretty slow. Think about Highway 1941, Highway 54, which is Jonesboro Road, Moreland Avenue, 675. All some alternates to avoid this gridlock traffic stopped all the way back at Cleveland Avenue. Also, better news in Lithonia. That trouble that was in the right lane, 20 eastbound at Turner Hill Road, exit 75, that is cleared. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. From the Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Linda here with another satisfied patient with a great story to tell you about Atlanta Vision Institute. Lisa had the laser optics procedure. Why did you choose Atlanta Vision Institute?
Well, I'd been wearing contacts or glasses for the last 50 years and decided one day that I'd had enough. I have an active lifestyle and the glasses just were getting in the way.
Now, after the procedure with Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute, what were the results like?
It was amazing. I could see the highway signs from far away, and I was able to thread the needle on my sewing machine without any help.
Nobody can do that. That's amazing. Folks, if you feel like you're at your wit's end with your vision, why don't you go see Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute? Go to 2020atlanta.com and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure. Go to 2020atlanta.com.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The ristoranti, I mean restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Ah, bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Better prices, better views. Window comfort, meant just for you. Window comfort.
Don't be fooled by the big box brands. Window Comfort's exclusive window line is custom built for Georgia weather, installed by in-house pros and guaranteed never to fog. With factory direct pricing, it's affordable for everyone. Go to windowcomfort.com for real quality that lasts.
Better prices, better views. Window comfort, meant just for you. Window comfort.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top story. A government shutdown looms in less than 6 hours. Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock says he's voting no on the proposed budget deal approved by House Republicans.
I cannot and I will not support a budget that allows for catastrophic cuts.
Warnock says he's most concerned about cuts to health care and other services. President Trump says federal workers will be impacted by a shutdown.
Well, the Democrats want to shut it down, so when you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected.
If there is a government shutdown, Georgia's business community is preparing to feel the effects.
Georgia Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Chris Clark has a clear message for the state's congressional delegation.
Move past the partisan politics and just focus on doing the work of Georgia's business community and Georgia's citizens.
He says businesses and workers across sectors will feel the effects of a shutdown.
We don't want anything that slows down our economic activity in the state, particularly now when there's so many other unknowns that are present for businesses.
He hopes that Congress can come to an agreement to avoid a shutdown before tonight's deadline. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
78 degrees in Atlanta after some rain tonight. Wind as it turned cooler and drier. Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A teen driver is sentenced to jail time after a fatal crash in Woodstock last year that killed two of his friends. 19-year-old Oliver Roman of Powder Springs was driving a car that reached speeds of more than 90 miles per hour when it crashed in the Town Lake area. One of the teens who died had just celebrated his 18th birthday. Two other passengers suffered serious injuries. At a standing room only hearing, Roman enters a non-negotiated plea to 2 counts of first-degree homicide by vehicle. His 20-year sentence includes a year in jail. Dunwoody police are urging parents to talk to their teens about the deadly reality of speed and reckless driving after officers caught a 15-year-old going 111 miles per hour on I-285. Police say he was driving alone with only a learner's permit. The teen told him he saw an open roadway and wanted to see how fast his car could go. Dunwoody police say the teen will face consequences in juvenile court. His mother has also been cited for permitting an unauthorized minor to drive. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens unveils a $5 billion neighborhood reinvestment plan. He says the money will help communities in South and West Atlanta left behind due to decades of neglect.
A lack of concentrated investments in these areas has led to considerably
less access to quality jobs, fresh food, and even manageable commutes have been hard to find.
Dickens says it's a cornerstone of his plan to make the city the best place to raise a child. The state Supreme Court rules in favor of those who want to regulate the size of new development on Georgia's Sapelo Island.
Gullah Geechee residents on Sapelo Island are opposed to expanding development on the small Georgia island. Developers want to build houses twice the size of those currently allowed. Now, what the High Court ruling does is allow a citizens' referendum to move forward that could restrict new development. Sapelo is the longtime home of the Gullah Geechee, who are descendants of enslaved West Africans who worked Sapelo's plantations before emancipation and the Civil War. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
An out-of-this-world experience today for students at Pinecrest Academy in Cumming as they get a chance to chat with astronaut Colonel Mike Fink on board the International Space Station. He's asked about food in space.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. What's your favorite space food? Over.
Hello, Elizabeth. I hear you loud and clear. We love tortillas. Tortillas are the best plate that you can eat up in space. So we put a lot of our food into tortillas and just eat it.
Pinecrest was one of only 3 schools selected to talk to an astronaut via amateur radio this semester. The football game between 2 historically black colleges set for Saturday in Atlanta will no longer be held at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The game between Florida A&M and Mississippi Valley State will now take place November 29th in Mississippi with a kickoff at 2 p.m. It is now 6:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
And the traffic red alert continues, Bill, down on the south side. A crash investigation, all lanes shut down, 75 southbound. Traffic diverted off at Forest Parkway, exit 237. Still gridlocked back to Cleveland Avenue. Some alternates to get you around that. Highway 85, Highway 1941, Highway 54, or I-675 southbound. Avoid that at all costs until this investigation clears. It's also jammed up 285 eastbound around the airport, leaving I-85. And I'm checking on a new slow zone I see in Gwinnett County, I-85 southbound past Pleasant Hill Road. Brake lights have filled in behind that back toward Highway 316. From the Cool Day Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with a few hit-or-miss rain showers moving through the late night hours, drying out for tomorrow morning, lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 83. Cooler, drier air moving in on Thursday with sunny skies. Morning lows in the upper 50s, daytime high 78. Friday and Saturday, partly cloudy with morning lows in the mid-50s, daytime highs in the mid-70s.
And Storm Tracker radar right now showing some scattered rain showers. The bulk of the activity right now is on the north side of the metro area, and those storms are moving from north to south. It is 77 in Noonan, 78 in Midtown Atlanta, 75 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
Want to love your deck so much that you don't even want to go on vacation? Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and your new deck will be your family's favorite staycation. We do decks differently. Beautiful, high-end decks at a reasonable price, materials you choose, and lots of options. With Nelson Exteriors, you'll get a high-quality, affordable, custom deck, handcrafted by our licensed and insured experts. For an extraordinary deck renovation, Google Nelson Exteriors.
Do you have an unused vehicle sitting in your driveway? Imagine turning it into a new beginning. When you donate your car, truck, or van to Tommy Nobis Center, you're helping people with disabilities get the training and support they need to enter the workforce and build successful careers. Your vehicle donation fuels real change, giving people a chance to achieve independence and purpose. And it's easy. We'll handle everything from pickup to paperwork. Plus, it's tax deductible. Donate today at TommyNobisCenter.org. Make a difference, one vehicle at a time.
All right, I want to talk about this Riyadh Comedy Festival. Riyadh, by the way.
Wow.
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Uh-oh.
Joe.
I'm not going.
Yeah, you said no. Joe Rogan said no. But an awful lot of people said yes, including Tim Dillon. And then, as is his style, he went on and talked about how he was basically selling his soul to look the other way. And then they heard about that in Riyadh, and they fired him. But I just heard that he got to keep most of the money.
That's
so
a
he
nice
gets
payday.
That's a good payday. He said he was making like $300,000 or something. So even if he got to keep like $150,000, let's say they gave him half up front.
Do you think he tried to fight it? I was kidding.
Well, like probably a little bit. I don't know, but to me, that's his style. Like, without Tim Dillon doing that, which a lot of people are getting down on him, like, oh, what a light. But that's his style. Tim Dillon's style is to be the PR agent for all the things that we know are going wrong. That's his style of comedy. Is he gives you the pitch of why it's a good thing. Sometimes when he's really on a roll, he does something that very few comics do. He'll be talking about a thing, and for 15 minutes he'll make you laugh about all the good things and say he's on one side, and then he'll pivot and go, but I don't know, maybe the other side, and then he's got 15 minutes more of jokes going from the other side. So I see Tim Dillon was just doing his act when he did that. And most people are acting like he got busted and he got fired. I don't know if he knew he was going to get fired, but that's the type of comedian that he is. He will accept $350,000 to go to Saudi Arabia, but it's also going to be a part of his act. You can hire him to do a movie, but you're going to hear about what happened on set in his act. So that's kind of what he does. But an awful lot of people did go. So Joe Rogan didn't go. Shane Gillis said, I'm not going to 9/11 my friends. He didn't go. And those are pretty big. Who's over there, though?
Dave Segura.
Joe
Tom
Coy,
Segura.
Tom Segura, Dave Chappelle,
Kevin Hart, Pete Davidson, Aziz Ansari, Louis C.K. Good for him.
Louis C.K.
Yeah. Louis?
Yeah. Well, he lost a lot of money at one
Bill
point.
Burr?
Bill Burr. Now, here's the thing. Now, David Cross from Mr. Show and Arrested Development and many other things, he came out with a statement, said, I am disgusted and deeply disappointed in this whole gross thing. That people I admire with unarguable talent would condone this totalitarian fiefdom for what? A fourth house? A boat? More sneakers? And this part I agree with. We can never again take seriously anything these comedians complain about. Peace activists here in the States or anything. Like, think of Bill Burr. It's like, I'm sorry, Bill Burr, when you come back, you can't bitch and moan about the gender pay gap. Like, you just went and gave a thumbs up. And it's weird. I saw, if people don't know, Saudi Arabia does not have good human rights record. And 19? How many 9/11 attackers were there? Most of them came out of Saudi Arabia.
Were there 19?
I think it was 19. I said I would never forget, but I think there's 19.
Well, there's little parts
yeah,
you can.
I can forget.
You remember it happened.
Yeah, that's right. I'm never going to forget the moment.
Right.
But I may have forgotten the number that were from Saudi Arabia.
19.
I apologize. Huh?
There's 19 in total.
19, and then were they all from Saudi Arabia? So
And they
a
just
lot of
happened
people,
to find their driver's license right there. At the,
no, a lot of let's not get into that. A lot of the people.
What about building number
A
7?
lot of that.
They were all in Al Qaeda.
Yeah. Yes, and they were all so
15
a lot of people
from Saudi Arabia.
15. A lot of people, analysts believe that the reason they've been using the Sovereign Wealth Fund, which is where all this money comes from, to get into golf, the Live Golf.
Although that's not really doing as well as.
Well, it's merging with the PGA, right?
Yeah, but I think
whatever. That's not the point. Isn't whether it's doing well or not. The point is this is it's like a PR thing. And a lot of people think it's to make people forget about 9/11. I live in America, and I don't think most people who are under the age of maybe 45 or 50 really know about the Saudi connection to 9/11. I don't think it's that deep. So I don't know if it's just for that or if they want to be a tourist destination one day. But they also have a soccer league, and it's odd because sometimes you'll see like the soccer league, there's nobody in the stadium. They're playing a soccer game. They've got like, retiring soccer players from all over the world go there for the bag, and they're playing soccer in front of nobody. And I saw a thing. I think I saw a moment where one of these guys is on stage and there's almost no one in the audience. It's this very weird thing that the Saudis do. They just pay for the headline. They don't care about the actual thing. We don't have to fill up the stadium for our soccer league. We just have to have a soccer league.
Are they hoping that next year when they do it, then a bunch of tourists will come there?
I don't think it's that immediate. I just
gotta
think
have
overall,
alcohol.
I think overall they just want to have this brand of fun. I mean, it won't be long before they're at the NFL, right? That's the biggest thing. And I saw this ridiculous thing where Tom Brady was like, "I'm with my friend Sheik so-and-so," and like he was going to do some kind of thing, and it looked kind of, so they're starting to get in the NFL now. Here's the thing. I can say that these comedians, when they come back, I agree with David Cross. I don't think they have a right to come back and then bitch and moan about the things that we've got going on in this country, because it can't compare to the human rights record of Saudi Arabia. But there's another side of this. And I spoke about this when everybody came down on Live Golf and the golfers that were going over there. The Sovereign Wealth Fund is deep into a lot of companies in this country. Anybody listening to my voice right now has had Saudi Wealth Fund, Sovereign Wealth Fund, as part of their life. They own a bunch of Visa. They own a bunch of companies that we all use every day. So it's kind of easy to get up on the high horse, but the people that you're the people you're yelling at.
They just bought Electronic Arts, which is a giant video
EA,
game.
right?
I know, I'm so annoyed by that because my favorite game, Madden, is made by EA, and so is NCAA.
Right, and you're not going to stop playing Madden.
No, I'm not.
So when we get on our high horse, I think it is true. These people like Bill Burr, who are quite often talking about the problems that we have here at home, it's not like, well, you still have the right to do it. Like what David Cross is saying, you're just not going to be taken seriously anymore. You have proven that for the right dollar amount, you will, as Tim Dillon put it, look the other way when there's human rights problems. And so you've got a bunch of money, but what you forfeit is not that you can't say these things anymore, but a large group of people that find out are going to go, well, I'm just not going to take you all that seriously about it. But let's not get it twisted here. Everybody listening to my voice has somehow swam in the waters of the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund. And much like you're not going to stop playing Madden, most of us aren't going to stop doing the things that we're doing because they're just kind of taking over things. They're almost like another private equity group that's out there.
Yeah, in a way.
They just like walk in. And I just want them to know, not for nothing, but $15 million buys you this show.
I am seeing that they're really connected with Domino's Pizza, too, on this list of companies.
You could go way out. I mean, it's like everything.
There's a lot of companies.
There's 75 companies.
So much so that a Domino's has opened up in Riyadh.
Well, look at that.
Domino's. They were told not to say anything about the religion or the royal family as well. So
right, so the king is hiring a jester, but making sure that the jester knows never to make a joke about the king. All right, Bill Burr, come back and bitch about the gender pay gap.
I don't like Trump, huh?
Hey, go ahead. Get your money, but there's another side to it as well. Alex Williams says 75 South is still closed in Clayton County.
Yeah, this crash investigation remains on I-75 southbound past Forest Parkway, exit 237. Traffic diverted off there at Forest Parkway. Delays continue to stretch all the way back up to Cleveland Avenue, Highway 1941, Highway 54, I-675 southbound, some alternates there. It's also had a negative impact on 285 eastbound, the outer loop getting around the airport, leaving I-85. If you're trying to get down toward the airport via 85 southbound, crash moving off to the right around Metropolitan Parkway, exit at 77. And you got a crash in the second left lane up in Duluth, 85 southbound past Pleasant Hill Road, right under that Steve Reynolds Bridge. Traffic brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save on fall favorites now through September 30th at Whole Foods Market, your headquarters for pumpkin spice delights, all the flavors of fall, and more. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
In Atlanta, there is always something happening.
Tanker truck crashed into the median.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
No traffic getting through in either direction.
Helping you on your commute.
Avoid the area at all costs. Take Highway 155 or Highway 4223.
Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
This is Mike Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers.
And this is Jonathan Geller. And Dad, you've got to admit, our history is pretty cool. 86 years, 3 generations of love stories.
What keeps us going is that we've still got the best jewelry and diamonds at prices nobody can beat.
It all comes down to the best jewelry, best service, and best prices at D. Geller & Son. In Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
You know the saying, age before beauty? Well, many Atlanta homes built in the 80s and 90s are really showing their age and not so much beauty. Roofs are leaking, windows are drafty, paint is peeling everywhere, and that front door, well, might as well say Y2K, here we come. So many projects, and that means hiring a bunch of contractors, right? Wrong. Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. When you bundle several projects with Exovations, you can save time, money, and coordinate everything all at once for a truly stress-free experience. From the roof shingle at the top to the last drop of paint on the bottom, Exovations does it all. Roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks, gutters, and more. And with Exovations, you know we'll do your project on time, on budget, and without all that stress you usually hear about in construction. Schedule your free consultation today at exovations.com and bring your home into this millennium.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network, so yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
I'm interested in this movie, One Battle After Another, which won the weekend, but only with $22 million.
That the Antifa movie?
What?
Is that the movie with Leo DiCaprio?
Yeah, I don't think it's an Antifa movie.
Oh, I thought he was like a left wing.
No, I don't know exactly what it's about. It may have. I think he was a revolutionary in his past.
Okay.
And then so here's the thing about this movie. Almost everybody who sees it says it's unbelievably great. But all of the commercials and the trailers, you would not know it. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this before. Steven Spielberg said he watched it 3 times in a row. He loved it so much. But there's nothing about the commercials or the trailers. And I know people who have seen it said the trailer does not, it's like not at all what it is. I mean, this cost money, and it's Paul Thomas Anderson, so
it's going to be good.
The critics love it. 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audience a little bit lower, 85%, but still high.
So
how are they pushing it?
That's good. The audience.
That's good.
It's being you don't know what if you just look at the commercials on TV, you almost think like, is this some kind of ripoff of a Liam Neeson movie? Like, because there's some kind of plot element in there where he's got to rescue his daughter. But DiCaprio is not looking like he's acting here. He doesn't look like Mr. Good Looking or anything. I mean, but the people who've seen the movie think it's like movie of the year, and the commercials would not make anyone want to go see this movie. So it's kind of odd. George, have you seen it?
I have not seen it. I can't wait to go. I'm going to go this week. But I've heard mixed reviews. I've also seen people that are like, this is a total piece of crap. And,
really?
Yeah. And,
85% from people on Rotten Tomatoes is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do bots do that? I don't know how that works.
Must
it
be
says over 2,500 verified ratings on here.
Okay.
So that's good.
But I've also seen people that say it's epic and it's the best movie ever.
If it is epic, it epically has the worst PR campaign for a movie of all time.
I'm wondering if maybe he just it's only stuff from the first 20 minutes and he didn't want anything spoiled.
Maybe he didn't want to reveal anything.
Or the plot.
You know who did that very
revealed.
well? I still remember this day. Before Spinal Tap came out, the first one, there was a trailer at the theater, and they didn't show you anything. They showed you people. There was some sort of festival in Sweden or something where people roll wheels of cheese down a hill. And the whole thing was that they're talking about the movie Spinal Tap, and they didn't show one single thing. There wasn't one joke that was spoiled by the trailer, which you couldn't even imagine now. So maybe you're right. Maybe he just doesn't want people to know what the experience is going to be. Because here's the thing about, I think, is it him or Wes Anderson? One of them has like a billionaire friend who's like, you're a genius. I'm going to keep giving you money to make movies, and they don't have to worry about it. I don't know if it's Paul Thomas Anderson. It might be Paul Thomas. Is it both name Anderson? Yeah. It might be Wes Anderson. But one of them has like a billionaire buddy who loves movies, and he's like, whatever you want to do,
funds them.
I'm funding them.
That's
maybe
cool.
we'll make money.
That's
maybe
convenient.
we don't. He doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't have to go around pitching ideas.
I also, looking like a little deeper in this, I have seen the trailers for this, and you're right, they are kind of
It just doesn't look like something you can't figure out,
It's classified as 4 different movies, though. It's classified as a mystery, thriller, action, and comedy.
Well, it's not 4 different movies. They're all together.
Yeah,
all of those things are happening.
I mean, usually when you find these movies, it can be 1 or 2 of them, but to have all 4 of them, it's got to be difficult to package that.
But they didn't package any of that, though, is the point.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
That billionaire backer you're talking about is Megan Ellison, the billionaire heiress to Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison.
Oh, is this for Paul Thomas or is it
Thomas
for
Anderson? Yes, yeah.
Okay, so it's not Wes Anderson.
No.
Okay, hey, listen, you can be all political if you like, but if you're a filmmaker and you find a billionaire who's like, listen, I believe in you, whatever you want to make, until you find out some really, really awful stuff, you're going to take that money.
You'd make Scarred But Smarter too, right? If you got offered that kind of money.
Yeah,
hey,
we
tell
need
her
a sequel.
Yeah, get.
Haven't kidding, yes. Can we do a prequel with de-aging?
That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a prequel. The entire band will be de-aged.
Yes.
All right. That music's telling us 2 things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. You know us. We're good people. We do what we're told. Shelley Winter had his operation for his new hip yesterday, but he is going to be on from home remotely. So he is not. So listen, you got Shelley Winter coming up next with a brand new hip. And let's face it, some level of pain relievers
Oh, it's going to be
going
great.
through it.
The colors are amazing.
Yeah, washing through his veins right now. So it ought to be an even better show than usual. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey.